Good opportunity for him. Again, it'll be a 3rd and 2, 11:38 to go, as the Raiders are on the 41 of Arizona. Gino in the shotgun, Zeus right behind him there. They'll hand it off to him right up the middle, and he's got it. Powerful run for Zamir White as the pile EA and the push, as we've been talking about. Can this offensive line get a push in this final game?
You know what I like about this is he's similar to Ashton as far as body type, running style. So you like that for him. So if Ashton needs to take a break, you know you have a guy who can pound it in the middle, great balance contact, low to the ground. So I think he's going to be good for this football team.
Nice job by Dylan Parham right there. He was able to get a push.
Tucker closest to us on the other side. It'll be Tucker in the slot. Gino's looking right the whole time. Then he comes back left, getting pressure. He's rolling out to his right, looking downfield. Throws it, caught by Michael Mayer, who comes back to the ball and falls forward, short of the first down. Great route and awareness by Michael Mayer.
Without a doubt, coming back to the ball, showing that quarterback his numbers, and then the ability to be able to go out and get that ball, not let it come to you. But the one thing that we haven't seen with Raider quarterbacks in a long time is the ability to be able to extend the play outside, avoid a sack, be able to have your eyes downfield and make the play, man.
That was all on Geno Smith. And there was nothing there, and he turned it into something.
Man.
Zeus stays in the backfield as Gino's in the shotgun. Dante Thornton closest to us, so they're going to hand it off right again up the middle to Zeus. Not much there. Arizona meets him at the point of attack. He falls forward for 2. 2nd and 1. That'll be a first down.
Yeah, that's so the goal was accomplished, right? All we needed was to pick up that first down, and he did just that. I like what they're doing right now.
Me too.
Interesting to see how play callers evolve with their teams. They know what they have. They start to use the pieces, and we're seeing that now with Chip Kelly.
Tucker far left. Jacoby Myers in the slot. Gino, handoff again. Zeus has got some room. He cuts back inside for a nice gain of 5 yards. Colton Miller with the lead block on that play. Good move by Colton.
Yeah, Colton Miller, just a big-bodied man, but he has the ability to be able to bend. If you can't bend, you can't play. And Colton Miller at 6'8" can bend.
That is
rare.
Great. Oh, man, what an amazing job by pulling your tackle, and then the running back just kind of reading that hole and hitting it up in there.
He kicked his hips so fast.
Gino in the shotgun, looking left and then back right to Dante to a corner fade. He catches it as the end. Touchdown, Las Vegas Raiders. Dante Thornton right on the back shoulder, and the Raiders are on the board.
That was a great catch by Thornton. He was covered all the way. They threw it back shoulder. He turned right at the very end of that route, got both his feet in, and it was 6.
Oh, that's exactly what you want from an X-receiver playing on the backside. Big body, can catch the ball, big target, outstanding job. Is this guy a rookie or what? I mean, amazing.
The coverage was right where you had to be.
It was great coverage. Great throw. Better catch.
Yep, I agree.
We needed to see that in the preseason.
Yes, we did.
We had to see that. We saw it in the preseason. Great route, great throw. Carlston on for the extra point. And it is right down the middle as the Raiders, with a beautiful drive with 9:01 to go, a touchdown from Gino to Thornton Jr. We'll be back with the score. The Las Vegas Raiders 7, Arizona nothing. You're listening to Raiders football.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver.
So the whole set, the offensive line right now are the number 2s. And so he's not going to get the same protection that he had and the first group, and it showed right there. He was a 5-step drop, and he was hit immediately. So
without a doubt, the first drive, you want to make sure the pace is fast for Aiden. And I thought the first 2 plays were exactly what he wanted. You don't want to be standing in a pocket if you're Aiden, because you don't have that ability right now to be able to escape and extend the plays.
Xavier Thomas on the recovery. Aiden's turnover for Arizona. They'll take over on the Raiders 19. 7-0 Raiders, 5:45 to go here. DeCamerion Richardson, Darian Porter in. 2 young corners trying to make a name for themselves as the Cardinals have the football. shotgun formation. A run up the middle, sliding forward for the first down as Arizona is trying to move the chains here and get a score to tie the Raiders here. Clayton Tune, the quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, nothing there. It was going to be a quick throw, so he just took off for about, maybe 5 yards. It'll set up the second and about 5.
Really interesting to see the middle of the football field. A lot of movement from the nickel, from the linebackers, trying to give this young quarterback some different looks and disguise what they're in.
Terrell Edmonds is in at safety along with Isaiah Palomau. Handoff off to the left side. Not much there. Gain of 2 on the play. Raiders really pursued the ball well. Tyree Wilson gets up at the bottom of the pile.
Now, we talked enough about Tyree Wilson and what we want to be able to see out of him, and so he's he's moving pretty good right there. That's a nice job. He came from the backside and dove over somebody to make a play.
Love that. But you know what's going to come next, right? He's going to have to take care of that edge because they're going to stick the ball in the belly. That guy's going to pull it. You got to make sure you cover the edge first.
3rd and short right here.
Big opportunity for the young quarterback, Clayton Tune, for Arizona in the shotgun. He'll hand it off up the middle. Short gain. Michael Carter off to the right side. Not much there on 3rd and 3.
Doesn't look like they got it.
Tyree's got a great opportunity, EA, to stay on the field if he can prove he can play defensive tackle on pass rushing downs and improve with his run stuffing capability.
And without a doubt, you have those tools. They're in his bag. You got to make sure you're developing those tools. Yes, you can get outside and rush a passer, collapse down on that runaway, but can you, on 3rd down, be able to play the rush from the tackle spot?
And 4th down, like right now.
4th and 1, 5 seconds on the play clock. Fake the handoff, rolling out to the left side, looking towards the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Great play fake for the Arizona Cardinals. They pick up a touchdown on a play with the Raiders. Bid tried to figure out if they were going to run the ball, and Simi Fauku with the touchdown here from Tune.
Fauku, I would want to see that again on this replay to see if he had both feet down. Because it looked pretty close.
Snowden on the inside tried to get to him. He got them both in there. Yep. That'll be a touchdown for the Cardinals.
That's what we talk about, those edges. It's so important. Yes, you can make the play from the backside and run down that running back, but you got to take care of your first responsibility. You got to take care of the edge first.
Stay as deep as the deepest.
Yes.
Extra point is good. We have a tie ball game here in Glendale. Raiders 7, Cardinals 7. More action from the field up next. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh, yeah. So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Rahan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law, here to give you some facts before you pick an injury lawyer. Fact 1. A lot of lawyers say they're the best, but only Naqvi won Best of Las Vegas Gold 11 straight times. Fact 2. Over 1,000 of our cases were referred to us from other lawyers. When other lawyers trust you to handle their cases, you should too. Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Naqvi at 702-INJURED.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing, that hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Tim Cates back inside the Silver and Black Studios with a scoreboard update brought to you by Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, a mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Week 3 of the preseason wraps up after this Raiders-Cardinals game. Right now, third quarter, 8 minutes to go in Santa Clara. Chargers lead the 49ers 13-6. DJ Uiagalelei trying to get a roster spot with the Chargers. 7 for 7, 112 yards passing, and a touchdown. It's gone final in Tampa. Bills beat the Buccaneers 23-19. Back inside State Farm Stadium, JT the Brick, Matt Millen, and the Hall of Famer, Eric Allen.
Thank you, Tim Cates. As Chad Reinland will kick off here for Arizona. And the Raiders want to get something going with Zamir White, back deep, and Dylan Lobby. Dylan Lobby, I'm just going to be blunt. He's fighting for a roster spot here, but he can do a lot on special teams.
Without doubt, he has really showed up in special teams the last couple of weeks, and this is a great opportunity for him again to show up in this aspect of special teams.
Especially when he's tackling and covering kicks, too. He can do it all.
He did a great job last week. Tackle, caught the pass out of the backfield. Show up.
Short kick to Lobby. He takes it at the 10, going up the right side. Cuts towards the middle. Has a little bit of space. And wow! He is flipped, cartwheeled over, and comes down. Unfortunately, bounces right back up. Takes a big hit here as the Raiders will bring out their offense led by Aiden O'Connell.
There was only a wide receiver that hit him, so it was okay.
Sometimes those are the worst ones because they can't tackle. They have no form. They're just throwing their body in there. It's just the worst sometimes.
Well, Aiden O'Connell has proven since he was drafted by the Raiders and got thrown into action early in his career that he can bounce back from a turnover. Will he be able to do that? Zamir White in the backfield. Jack Besh. The Raiders are going left to right on your radio dial. 3:39 to go in the first. We're tied at 7. Dante Thornton out to the left as Aiden is in the shotgun. Aiden will hand it off right up the middle to Zeus. He gets hit by the line, behind the line of scrimmage. Matt, we saw a lot of that last year where Zamir White could not get a step. He was hammered behind the line of scrimmage. I know this is the second-tier offensive line here, but they got to get him going.
They have to get him going, but when you miss a block like that, Will Putnam did I'll be kind, he did a poor job. He just got beat, like, right off the snap.
Alex Bachman in the slot. Dante Thornton out to the left, and Jack Besh alone to his right with coverage right on top of him. Aiden with the fake handoff, looking at Jack the whole time. Then he throws it out to Dante Thornton. Can he make a man miss and try to go forward for a first down? He's going to be close. Ian Thomas, on the play. Great movement by him to try to fight for the first down.
It's all about that pace, guys. You know, you want to get to the line of scrimmage, get to the play, kind of get that energy going. If you're still stalled at the play, kind of doesn't give you that opportunity to kind of jump off on the defense.
Yeah, and so they gave him enough time, but he went from the left side all the way back to the right side to be able to make that throw under pressure, so it's third and about a yard.
Zeus in the backfield, and Aiden is clapping. Aiden wants to get this play off here quickly. Aiden O'Connell in the shotgun. 3rd and 1. Inside handoff. I don't think the Raiders got it.
If they did, that's all on the runner because there's no move in that offensive line. And they got it.
They got it. Close, and they'll give the Raiders a first down. This first quarter of Raiders football is presented by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit CreditOneBank.com. Kadir Ishmael is in for Ian Thomas here as Aiden is in the shotgun. Inside handoff. Another gain of about 3 or 4 yards for Zamir White as he gets the Raiders past midfield.
Guys,
that's a heck of a run right there.
That was a heck of a run. On these RPOs, there is no one going with the quarterback. Right? They're like, we know you're not going to run.
Exactly.
So he is crashing down.
EA Raheem Mostert's in here, and there's a lot of chatter about his future here with the Silver and Black. I think he has to play big tonight here. He's one of those players we're talking about when it comes to the 53.
We need to see an explosive, long run from him, and that's kind of what he's doing. That's what he's done. He's capable of it. We need to see it here tonight.
Aiden looking left the whole time towards Thoughton. It hit his hands and comes right out. He threw it into triple coverage there.
Yeah, well, he had a corner was going tight on him. He was closing on him, but he also had an outside backer or a strong safety who was cutting from the inside out.
3rd and 3 as Ian Thomas is back out on the field, number 80 for the Silver and Black.
It's still third and call it 4, but it's more like 3.5.
Aiden in the shotgun. Mostert right to his right side. 2 wide receivers to the left here. 1:05 to go, 3rd and 3. The ball is a little past midfield. Aiden looking left the whole time and gets it outside. for a nice pickup of a first down. Dante Thornton, who's having a good night tonight. EA is a possession receiver there. Nice moment for him coming off the touchdown.
Without a doubt. I think Chip Kelly's doing a great job. He knows Aiton's strength is his ability to throw the ball from one hash all the way back to the other side with some zip on the football. Gave him a big target and throw to. Great job by the offensive coordinator and Aiton making it happen.
They did a nice job of going levels right there, high to low. And the defender, he dropped a little bit too deep, so he threw it underneath.
Aiton will hand it off again up the middle for Raheem Mostert. Short gain for Raheem, about 2 yards on this play. Now let's see how Aiton can get the play in from Chip Kelly, get to the line of scrimmage. They started the clock earlier in the week at 18 seconds to send a message to him. You got to get going, getting in and out of the huddle here.
It's going to be the end of the quarter.
Without a doubt. And I think those are important things about situations that you have your certain players in, that you know he has to be able to get to the line of scrimmage, get the play called. I think Chip Kelly and Aiton have to do a good job.
That is the end of the first quarter. We got a tie ball game at 7 in Glendale. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Nonstop flights from Las Vegas to Fresno, California. One way for as low as $48. Must be purchased by 9/11/2025 for travel between 8/18/2025 and 2/9/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Karma Automotive proudly serves as the official luxury electric vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. As America's first and only ultra-luxury automaker, from our Cavea 1,000 horsepower Super Coupe to the Rivero, the extended range sedan, Karma blends supernatural innovation with American ingenuity. We are shaping the future of automotive aspiration. For assigned drivers only. Reserve your Karma at karmaautomotive.com.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were. Shift 4 is committed to helping them get there. We're the leader in integrated payment processing, making things safer and more secure for businesses of all shapes and sizes, from the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip. And now, the proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to get started.
JT along with Matt Millen and Eric Allen. Good first quarter for the Raiders. 7 first downs for the Cardinals. 3 of 3 on third down efficiency. 18 total plays for the Raiders, 10 for the Cardinals, 88 total yards for the Silver Blacks. Cardinals only 11. Yards per play, 4.9. EA only 1.1 for Arizona in their home ballpark.
Dominant. That's kind of what you want to see. You want to look at the stats at halftime or right before halftime and see a dominant performance. That shows you your defense, offensive lines is getting it done.
Raiders going right to left on your radio dial. Handoff to Mostert. Inside, Raheem goes forward for about a 3-yard gain.
Nice job by that offensive line. As they're going right to left, they start to the left side and push it, and the back takes it so far and waits for that backside to open up, and that's exactly what he did. He cut back and he picked up about maybe 5 or 6 yards.
Matt, the offensive line, even the second tier, the second group is trying to prove themselves tonight to beat Carroll.
Yeah, they got to come off the ball. They've got to get coordinated. Oh, they dropped. Oh, nice job.
Pushed out to the left side. Raheem Mostert is not going to get there for a first down on the play.
Raheem saw it. They came with it. Looked like they brought pressure to that inside.
Yes, they did.
And he bounced it to the outside, but they did a nice job of tracking him down.
That would have been a tackle for a loss. Any other guy, you just speed to kind of get out to the edge and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
He made something out of it. A.J. Cole is going to set up for the hold here as Carlson is on.
52.
At the 42, it'll be a 52-yarder Had a nice conversation with him on the team bus and said he had his first game winner in this building. I said, do you like kicking here? He says, I love kicking in this building. Let's see what happens here. Snap, kick is up. Right down the middle.
He loves kicking here.
He loves kicking here. As Pete Carroll's coming out on the field. He's excited about it, too, as the Raiders take another lead on the night. 10-7 Las Vegas. Timeout on the field. You're listening to Raiders football.
Awakening returns to Wynn Las Vegas. Restaged and reimagined. Experience the jaw-dropping spectacle in one of the most immersive theaters ever created. Awakening, live in Las Vegas.
Raider Nation, in this game when the stakes are high, the best don't miss. And that's what sets Ford apart. With the reliability of F-150 to the big playability of Super Duty to the capability of Maverick, Ford trucks are ready to lead the way when it matters most. And that's what makes Ford the #1 selling truck brand in Nevada. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders. Based on S&P Global Mobility Retail U.S. new vehicle registrations for the truck vehicle type CYTD October 2024.
This is the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network, your home for Raiders football.
He climbs, he floats down the field. He's got his man at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Brock Bowers. 33 yards. Brocktimus Prime.
Just win, baby.
Raiders football is brought to you by America First Credit Union, Wynn Las Vegas, by NV Energy, Boyd.
Boyd Gaming is a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And if you're a fan, there's no better place to play, to indulge, to feast, to bring your besties, and just win, baby. It's the perfect spot to watch the Raiders and enjoy game day specials all season long. Cannery, Samstown, and the Boyd family of casinos, where the Raiders want to be. Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Awakening returns to Wynn Las Vegas. Restaged and reimagined. Experience the jaw-dropping spectacle in one of the most immersive theaters ever created. Awakening, live in Las Vegas.
JT, Eric Allen, and Matt Millen. Raiders lead 10-7, 13:40 to go until halftime. Amari DiMercato is back deep for Arizona, along with DJ Dallas as Daniel Carlson will kick off at his 35. Aiden O'Connell just went by us into the locker room. Aiden O'Connell's getting checked out. Aiden was just sprinting to the locker room. Great pickup by Mike Taylor, our spotter here, stat guy, an overall great guy, and that's interesting to see what happened. Remember when he did take that hit, I said he took a big hit on that play when he went down. He's a tough guy, but clearly going in to get checked out.
I mean, he was 3 for 4 in that drive, or I should say in the first quarter.
Cardinals take the kickoff and they get it out to about the 31-yard line. So when the Raiders come back, we'll have an opportunity to see Cam play quarterback and maybe for the rest of this game. And big test for him coming up here as the Raiders want to wrap up the preseason on a high note he had.
That's all you want is an opportunity. And if this opportunity is presented for him, he's going to get an opportunity to play. He has to be ready, make his case.
Cameron Richardson has an opportunity to make a play here. Jamal Adams, you can spot him way up here with all those wristbands from the wrist up to the elbow, and he is fired up to play football for this. Isaiah Palomal is back deep.
He definitely has a style about him.
A rollout and a deep throw across the middle of the field. Great catch by Arizona. First down, close to the 48-yard line. As we're seeing this Arizona offense trying to get going with Clayton Tune, number 15. No Jacoby Brissett so far tonight.
Well, you were talking about Jamal Adams. He bit hard on that one, on that little bit of a... he came flying in hard, and they kind of got outside of him.
Tommy Eichenberg and Matt Jones, Matt are in at linebacker here, both trying to prove to Pete Carroll and Patrick Graham that they're here for a reason. Fake handoff to the right side, coming out, rolling right, trying to get upfield for a first down.
Nice
Slides
job
before Jamal Adams.
Nice job by Tommy Eichenberg on the deep crosser.
And without a doubt. Yep. And Jamal, great job by hugging that receiver who's coming out. That's that leaking back with that quarterback to throw the ball to. Jamal does a really good job of hugging that back.
Yeah, Eichenberg saw it, and he saw they kind of went play action to the top side, and then he run that receiver all the way across. Eichenberg saw it and followed him all. He had nowhere to go with the ball. There you go.
Malcolm Kuntz, Tyree Wilson, as this brings up a 2nd and 6 for the Cardinals at midfield. Handoff right up the middle and bouncing out to the left side for a 6 or 7 yard gain as Arizona is moving the ball. Eichenberg here on the tackle. Matt, Jamal Adams is an interesting player. Yep. You played with a lot of guys who came in. Mr. Davis would bring them in, say you're a good fit at this particular time in Raiders history. A lot of those great players went on to be legends.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Adams, they brought him on a blitz that time. He came to the inside and they bounced it outside. So he did his job, but you got to be able to have more support on the top side.
Leaky Futu in there. Also Tyree Wilson, as it'll be a handoff to the left side. Raiders pursue. That'll be a 4 or 5 yard loss. The Raiders gang tackling on that play, pushing the pile back, and there's Terrell Edmonds making a big play for the Silver and Black.
All right, without a doubt. You want to get square on that edge, make sure you be able to clog that hole up, allow your backside defenders to come and finish it off.
Futu also on the tackle there. I talked to Rob Leonard, the defensive line coach, before the game. He says there's a lot of guys out there looking to get after it tonight. They're on fire to prove to this team they're ready to play in a rotation.
He is one of the best coaches in the National Football League at getting his guys ready up front.
Tyree Wilson in, Jonah Laulu in also.
Nice.
Play out to the right side, and again, nothing there. The pursuit by the Silver and Black. The defense is really popping. Vance Jr. on the tackle, number 41.
Yeah, that was a great play by him because he had his key, stayed with his key the whole time, and he tackled him as soon as he threw the football. Was actually for a loss, which is going to set up 3rd and about 14 here.
That's a great job by that corner.
Filippiano there at number 41.
My guy Fu.
Fu always loves to know who's wearing his number. Yeah. Inside handoff off the right side. Not much there on 3rd and 14, but then they kick it out to the left, and Arizona has an opportunity to take this to the house. In pursuit, the play was stopped at midfield, then kicking out Carter to the left side on that play. What a bounce play by Michael Carter.
Wow, what a great play by that young man, because I thought for sure that was almost a tackle for a loss, but just a great penetration over there. Just got to make sure he wrap him up, right, Matt?
Yeah, they're going left to right, and he started to their right, and it was taken away completely. He reversed the field, and nobody was there.
Go Marcus Allen.
Yeah.
Handoff to the right side. It looked like he was completely stopped. Then he just bounced outside and was off to the races. 1st and goal at the 8 for Arizona. Raiders lead 10-7. Rolling out to the right. Looking right, trying to feel if he could run, falling forward. Not much of a game there for Clayton Tune, but he didn't make a mistake, Matt.
Yeah, he held on to the ball. The nice job of the Raiders in coverage. They were able to take care of they're trying to hit that deep crosser.
Right.
And the Raiders keep taking it away. We picked up about maybe 5 yards there.
Cameron Richardson in. Isaiah Palamal on the back end. Tommy Eichenberg there. Snowden on the left side. Tyree Wilson on the inside. Darian Porter also out there for the Silver and Black as Clayton Tune, the quarterback, is in the shotgun. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5. Handoff off to the left side. Tyree Wilson comes down the line and makes the play. Good movement by number 9.
That was right there. That was a good play. He didn't get too deep. He stayed deep as the deepest, and then he closed on it. They were running away from him, so he was able to track it down. Good job on the front side of that play to be able to not give up any room, to be able for him to be able to track it.
Yeah, we talked a lot about using your hands the first week, after the first week of football, and they're doing a much better job at the point of contact using your hands. So now that backside pressure can come, have to take care of the responsibility and make it happen. I think Tyree right now is playing one of his best games.
Steve Mercado on the backfield. Clayton Tune in the shotgun bunch. 3 wide receivers to the right, looking left. And it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Great pass rush by the Silver and Black on 3rd and goal, bringing up a 4th down. Tune in disgust there. Thought he had a receiver open. Raiders make a play.
Well, they brought Adams off the strong. They're going left to right. They came off the top right side. Adams with the strong safety blitz. I don't know who got their hand on it, but somebody got their hand on it.
Patrick Graham doing a really good job of putting his players in position where they can make plays.
Adams.
It was Jamal Adams.
Yeah,
got
nice
his hands
job.
up. critical to get your hands up, EA, on a play like that.
Yeah, you see how they're using Jamal, blitzing him so he can really take advantage of all his skill sets.
He's a safety in a linebacker's body.
Chad Ryland on for the short kick.
With the middle linebacker mentality.
23-yard field goal, and it is good. So we have a tie ball game at 10 in Glendale. More action from the field coming up next. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 Meg Internet with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh, yeah. So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Okay, in Raider Nation, you gotta bring it every day. And the Platinum X5 Visa Signature Card from Credit One Bank is built for every day. With cashback rewards on eligible purchases like gas and groceries. So whether you're going to a home game or just filling up the tank on the way home, you're ready to bring it day in and day out. With the Platinum X5 Visa Signature Card. Learn more at CreditOneBank.com. Terms apply. Credit One Bank. For what's ahead.
At Intermountain Health, we believe life is a circle. May yours surround you with insight, a healthy perspective, trust, and reassurance. The belief that our differences aren't that different, and compassion just when you need it most. Life is a circle. May yours help you live the healthiest life possible. Intermountain Health.
JT back with Matt Millen and the new Hall of Famer Eric Allen. 8:04 to go until halftime. Raiders 10, Cardinals 10. Aiden O'Connell went to the locker room. We'll see Cam Miller come out. Zeus, Zamir White, and Dylan Lobby back deep for the silver and black. And Matt, Jordan Meredith won the job at center in this camp. I think that's one of the biggest stories for the Raiders. They decided to go with someone with a little bit less experience that has proved himself to the coaching staff.
Yeah, and I think they wanted to experiment with it. I thought the experiment, what they did, keeping Jackson Powers at guard or moving him to guard, I think that all worked out. I think what we saw out of that first offensive line was pretty darn good. Yeah. Now, what we're looking at now is we've got to find some good backups.
You nailed it on that. I think the offensive line had to come out tonight, Eric, and make a statement. Get a push. They were able to do that in the running game and with pass protection.
Got to feel comfortable about this offensive line because that's what this football team's identification is going to be. Run the football to open up play action. So important. The last feeling you have about this offensive line is a very positive one coming out of the preseason.
It'll be Lobby on this kickoff, going back to the 4-yard line. He starts off on the right, cuts back to the middle, looking for some room, gets it out to about the 33-yard line.
You want as many returns as you can if you're a guy trying to make this football team.
And as many opportunities to be able to run down and make a tackle.
Yes.
Cam Miller is in at quarterback. We've been talking about him a lot. He flashed is a term you hear a lot in the preseason. Raheem Mostert is here in the second quarter with 7:57 to go. Also, Jack Besh, Alec Bachman, and Dante Thornton remains in the game. Raiders going right to left on your radio dial. Jack is closer to us here. Ian Thomas is in at tight end. Cam with the handoff to Mostert along the right side. He's got a little bit of room. Nice run. He'll pick up 6 or 7 yards on the play.
You got to see that from him. You got to see that from him.
Yeah, that's a first down, I think. Yeah.
He did get enough. So second down here. Let's see if they 2nd and 1.
Okay.
He's got to have it.
He took the first down marker down. That's why I said it.
Maybe we need the Skyhawk to come in and figure it out. God. That's not old school football, but I kind of like that new school move. I think we need the chip.
I think it's okay.
Technology.
If it can speed it up, whatever can speed the game up and make it efficient, I'm all for it.
Well, the chain gang, I like the chain gang. We talked about them. I hope their pensions are good. I hope they put their 401ks away. I want to see the chain gang over the years. I knew them in Oakland and San Francisco.
Second and about 1, by the way.
Yes.
Speaking of chain gangs.
Shotgun. You got it. Raheem Mostert right behind him. 2nd and very short here. Inside handoff to Raheem. He's got it. And he still goes forward, pushing forward, running hard through the hole. America First Credit Union's first down for the hometown, where America First will donate $100 to a local charity for every Raiders first down inside Allegiant Stadium this season. The O-line, Charles Grant, Caleb Rogers, rookie left side. They have depth on the offensive line. John Spidek knew he had to go out and get it. He used the draft to go out and build this offensive line on the second tier. 1st and 10, ball on the 48. Cam in the shotgun. Zeus behind him here. Fakes the handoff, pulls it back, throws it across the middle. There's a quick little button hook to Zamir White there. Love the hip movement of Cam and the way he has the ability to fake. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Raiders football. Carter Runyon is in a tight end. He's had a nice camp and flashed in a couple of these games so far. Zamir White in the backfield as Cam Miller's in the shotgun right at midfield. They'll fake it to Zeus. Cam will roll right. He's under pressure. He's going to get sacked and goes right down.
They're trying to sneak the back out into the flat and wasn't able to get there. Or the receiver, rather, came in motion as they're going right to left. He came from the left side. Tried to get into motion, get him out in the flat, but the defender was on him too soon.
That play has worked for us the last couple of weeks. But if that defensive end is upfield like you should be, you're going to make that quarterback pull it back down. Right. They did a great job defensively on that play.
Kadir Ishmael is off to the left. In the backfield, Cam in the shotgun. Zamir White right to his right side. Dante Thornton far right here as the Raiders here on 3rd and 14. Cam under pressure again. Gets rid of the ball, looking for Jack, but he throws it away.
Rushed himself. He felt the pressure from the top side. Not a particularly good job right there of the offensive tackle of Thayer Mumford. He could have given him a little bit more time, but he had to get rid of the ball fast and incomplete.
For the Cardinals, I was talking to Hall of Fame voter Howard Balzer before the game. Darius Robinson, Dalvin Tomlinson, and Calais Campbell are back. These are the 2s and 3s for Arizona. Their starting front is very good and experienced.
Yeah, without a doubt. And they're going to continue to provide that pressure up front to help those guys in the secondary kind of get up to pace, get up to task. They got a young rookie coming out of Michigan who they have high hopes for.
Calais Campbell's got to be like 102 or something like that. How old is he?
He's one of the largest men I've ever seen. AJ, a little bit upset that he kicks it into the end zone.
For 18, this is 18th year playing the NFL.
Caleb.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Especially at his position.
For a down lineman?
For his position, because
we're going to get back to that because I have 2 guys who played a long time in the NFL. I want to talk about their years coming up. More action on the field. 10-10. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Go on. Get a little out there. Travel beyond Nevada's neon glow. Drive where the stars sparkle and the desert goes and goes. Visit a world apart. See some funky art. Find anything and everything in Nevada's heart. Go on. Get a little out there. Start planning your trip at travelnevada.com.
The official Raiders fan cruise presented by Seaside Events. It's back bringing you a once-in-a-lifetime fan to see in March 2026. Autograph, legendary fan events, and unforgettable memories, all while sailing the Pacific to the coastal gems of Ensenada, Mexico, and Catalina Island. The best part, you won't be watching from the sidelines. This time you'll be part of it. Raider fan cruise, making Raider Nation's dreams come true since 2025. Book now at RaidersFanCruise.com.
Raiders football is brought to you by Cox Business, powered by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, choose chill, an official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. By Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. You in? Must be 21 or over to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Touchdown, Brock Bowers!
JT along with Eric Allen and Matt Millen. So as we're back here, you were talking about Calais Campbell playing late into his career.
Right.
Matt, let's go back to your career. You had a lot left in the tank. You won as a rookie, won 4 Super Bowls. When did you know it was winding down?
Well, last year, I could tell I couldn't burst anymore. And so it was time to pack it in. It's pretty simple.
5:05 to go, 1st and 10.
I want to talk to you about those. Where you've been going with that cruise.
The Raider cruise?
Yeah.
I was the MC of the Raider cruise.
So every night you'd have to come up with the themes, and
I would have to get everybody. Snowden roughing the passer on this play. Yeah, the Raider cruise was really good. There were a lot of alumni there, and I'm hoping you two guys can do it because it was an unbelievable cruise. We had a great time. The Raider legends every day were in a ballroom, and we did a Q&A and a chalk talk.
Okay.
And had a really good time. And then the guys signed autographs all day, and then we went straight to the pool.
All right.
Yeah, straight to the pool bar, and everybody had a really good time.
The legend Matt Millen is going to sign up for that one.
No, sir. Where did you go?
We went to the Mexican Riviera.
If you were going to go to the mountains of Pennsylvania, I'll do it.
We'll just get in a pickup truck and cruise by your house. We'll just get a couple of big flatbed pickups and cruise by Matt's house for some lunch and dinner.
Oh, my goodness. Throw some ring bologna in there, we're going.
There you go. 4:45 to go here in the first half as the Cardinals will have a 2nd and 5. The ball on the 40. Terrell Edmonds and Christopher Smith, the second here, who won 2 national championships. Cody Lindenberg and Jalen Smith also in. These are guys who are fighting hard for consideration here before halftime. Throw out to the left side. Caught short of the first down. 3 or 4 yard gain. It'll bring up a 3rd and short.
Now, when you're a backup guy in these situations, these plays you're seeing, they're basic, ordinary plays. You got to be able to kind of understand the concept. If you're a middle guy, maybe jump it a little bit faster and maybe be there and get a pass broken up. It's show the coaches that you kind of understand your responsibility, but not just understand it. You kind of understand what the offense is trying to do to combat that.
Cody Lindenberg did a nice read on that and a good break and sets up this 3rd and about 4.
Tuning the shotgun. Back to his right, 2 wide receivers to his right. He's looking left the whole time. Overthrows.
Brought pressure. They went man to the outside. Forced that guy to be able to throw the ball quicker than he wanted to.
Good coverage for the Raiders overall on that play to get off the field.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Very important stoppage there for the Silver and Black as Arizona will punt with 3:42 to go in the ball game. Go in the half, excuse me.
Yeah, if you can trust your guys playing that one high, it means everyone's man-to-man over the board. You just got one free safety in the middle. Outside the box, you got to really make sure you do a really great job of squeezing that receiver to the sideline.
Alex Bachman standing at his own 8-yard line. He'll have a nice chance here for a return. Fields it cleanly at the 7, taking off to the right side. Flag on the play.
I don't like that call. He's going to make that call on linebacker Mari Gaynor.
Not a good call.
I didn't think so either.
He's hustling. No.
I thought he had his head to the top side.
Yes.
During the return, legal block in the back, receiving team number 53, half the distance to the goal. First down. Timeout.
Mari Gaynor there. When we come back, the score is tied at 10, 3:29 to go. More action from the field. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Are you looking to up your game day? Join the nation at the Raiders Masquerade VIP Tailgate, the ultimate pregame experience for you to enjoy live music with unlimited food, unlimited drinks, and non-stop party vibes, all before the Raiders kick off at Allegiant Stadium. Go to RaidersExperiences.com today to book this exclusive tailgate experience. Powered by Confirmed 360.
Rahan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law, here to give you some facts before you pick an injury lawyer. Fact 1. A lot of lawyers say they're the best, but only Naqvi won Best of Las Vegas Gold 11 straight times. Fact 2. Over 1,000 of our cases were referred to us from other lawyers. When other lawyers trust you to handle their cases, you should too. Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Naqvi at 702-INJURED.
California's #1 casino just got better. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is now the only AAA 5-diamond rated casino hotel in the country. Become a Club Serrano member today and enjoy perks and exclusive rewards. VIP at another casino? Trade up and take advantage of the tier and offer match program at Yamava Resort and Casino, voted #1 casino outside of Vegas by Newsweek. You in? Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter.
Tim Cates back inside the Silver and Black Studios with the scoreboard update brought to you by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's week 3 of the preseason as they wrap things up. One other game in progress. 10 minutes to go, fourth quarter in Santa Clara. The Chargers and 49ers all tied up at 16 apiece. Trey Lance with 5 of 8, 38 yards passing in his return to face his former team. DJ Uiagalelei, 11 of 19, 118 yards passing and a touchdown for the rookie out of Florida State and also via Clemson. Head back out now to State Farm Stadium. JT the Brick, Matt Millen, and the Hall of Famer, Eric Allen. Guys.
Thank you so much, Tim. Intermountain Health understands that life can be a challenging game and mental wellness is vital to our overall health. It takes courage to admit when you're not okay and even more to reach out. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, call or text 988 or visit strongestplay.com for mental wellness resources. As the Raiders take over, Raheem Mostert in the backfield. Cam is standing at his 2 in the shotgun here. 10 on the play clock. He'll hand it off to Mostert on the right side. Not much there, but he pushes forward for maybe 2 yards. Matt, we got 60 and 76. Charles Grant and Caleb Rogers, 2 Raider draftees on the offensive line. Valuable playing time for them.
Yeah, and so this is an important time for them. And so they have to realize that not only are they being graded here, they're being graded across the whole league. So if they don't land here, they have an opportunity to be able to land someplace else.
Thornton, Besh, closest to us as the Raiders go right to left. And the ball is 2nd and 9. 2:53 to go. Mostert again, thumping up the middle.
He's running hard.
Yeah, he is running hard.
He's running hard.
2 or 3. This will bring up a 3rd down. Jack Besh, EA, here again in the second quarter for a second-round pick. He's played a lot in the preseason.
Yeah.
We've seen him a lot, but mostly as a decoy and a blocker. They haven't gone to him much.
And that's kind of what his role is going to be early on in his career. He's going to be able to be in and not have to use a tight end, be able to get in there in the middle of the football field and block and be in the mud. Then, obviously, we're going to see him have some big-time plays from that slot position.
Albert Owen at tight end. See if the Raiders can pick up a first down flag on the play. Looks like movement. It'll be a false start.
False start. Offense number 76. That's a 5-yard penalty.
That's what you're talking about, one of those rookies, and he's with a rookie quarterback, and you're not getting a lot of reps together, and so you got to get on the same page. That's not uncommon for that to happen.
Well, we are here, and Aiden O'Connell is out with a right wrist.
Yeah.
So we're going to find
arm.
out what's going to happen more here at halftime. Tim Cates will have an update on that. But, look, Aiden needed to play well today, but getting knocked out of this game when we saw him go into the tunnel, hopefully he'll be okay. We'll pick it up right after that. We have reached a 2-minute warning, tied at 10 in Glendale. More action from the field up next. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
There's plenty of reasons to go to Vegas. The Strip, the stadium, the football games, high-speed races, the biggest names, neon lights, the biggest fights, bull riding, and endless nights. Custom jerseys, stolen bases, colored wigs, and painted faces. There's something to fan for from dusk till dawn, and the list goes on and on and on and on. We don't know what brings you here, but we do know this. When you go to Vegas, whatever you go for, go all out. Head to visitlasvegas.com to learn more.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh yeah! So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
With NFL Plus, keep the NFL in reach. Stream live out-of-market preseason games, live local and primetime games on mobile during the regular and postseason, and NFL Network, including 7 exclusive live games. With NFL Plus Premium, watch every touchdown every Sunday afternoon during the regular season on NFL Red Zone. And for a limited time, save 20% on an annual NFL Plus Premium subscription. Offer ends September 15th. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply.
JT, Matt Millen, and Eric Allen as we are back here. 2-minute warning. It'll be a 3rd and 12 for the Silver and Black. The ball on their own 5. It's been Dante Thornton, EA. The first half here was really flat for the Silver and Black. Maybe they could get him a ball here for a first down.
And not just this first half, but several games he's shown up. He's playing a little bit better than maybe people would have thought early on for a receiver, because there's just so many things that are changing in the secondary now, so the receiver has to really be on the backside. He's an ex-receiver, so he's not, he's on the line of scrimmage. You have to beat your guy, and he's giving his quarterback opportunities for a big target.
What they're going to have to do right now, though, is this offensive line not the best, right? So you're going to have to maybe roll your guy out and let him buy some time and see the field a little bit better. The problem is it limits you to one side, but at least it gives your quarterback a chance to be able to use his feet if he has to.
That's a great point, because younger quarterbacks need sometimes just that one side so they can go from top to bottom.
Right, exactly right.
You got 2 big-time possession receivers. Thornton could be a game breaker. But Jack Bash, this is what he got drafted in the 2nd round to do. Take this team with their back up against the end zone, fight across the middle, and get a first down.
Not only that, the run after contact was really important for him in college.
Cam is in the shotgun. He's standing right at the goal line. Raheem Mostert behind him. Dante out far right. Bash closest to us on the left side. It'll be to Mostert up the middle here. They didn't want to play around Matt up against the goal line with the rookie quarterback, so he just runs it up short of the first down.
Yeah, and they take a timeout to stop it at 1:56, so they want to use that whole 2 minutes. That kind of surprised me a little bit.
Well, we know that Chip Kelly, we talked to him before the Seattle game, and he's got a lot of tricks, and he's excited. Let's talk about how excited he was in that meeting about all the opportunity he has with this young new talent.
I tell you, I think Chick is a dynamic play caller, understands his players, and really does a great job of understanding what those players are doing well and continue to feed them those kind of situations.
A.J. Cole kicking out of the end zone.
Nice kick.
Good kick going back to the 30-yard line. Good coverage by the Silver and Black. 47-yard line is the return.
Some missed tackles. Missed tackles there. Yeah. And you're going to get that in the punt game at this point of the season, because you have 2nd and 3rd guys, receivers running down. I tell you, receivers really can't tackle. So
Dylan Lobby on the tackle of Weaver again.
Dylan Lobby. There you go.
Pete Carroll loves that there. Head coach Pete Carroll, his first season with the Raiders, and again, we just see him moving. You got to keep an eye on him.
You have to have a core group of guys for your special teams. Lobby seems like he's going to be one of those guys.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Jalen Smith and Matt Jones are in. Christopher Smith II is back deep for the Silver and Black. Darnay Holmes, who's trying to have a game in flash tonight, number 30. He's lining up at the line of scrimmage here.
They're showing pressure. Looks like they're in man.
Clayton Tune in the shotgun. He fakes the inside handoff. Raiders come with pressure and get to him and knock him to the ground. Incomplete pass. Good coverage again, and Snowden came around the edge really hard.
Yeah, that's on the quarterback.
Good pressure by Tonka Hemingway, too.
Yeah. They got some pressure, but there was 2 guys open that he should have seen.
Patrick Graham doing a really good job of having his team disguise everyone on the line of scrimmage. That quarterback has to kind of read and try to anticipate where those guys are dropping to.
Clayton Tune is under center here. 1:40 to go, 2nd and 10. Fake handoff, throws it out to the right side. It's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Nice play by Andre Carter II there to knock it down.
Andre Carter, a West Point guy.
Right.
Yeah, that's rare. You don't see them very often.
Number 99 on the play. Great play. This will bring up a 3rd and 10. Raiders have an opportunity with all 3 timeouts to get the ball back here.
Second down in a row, they brought pressure.
Really winning the line of scrimmage, which is critically important at this point.
Let's see what they do here.
Tyree Wilson off to the right side.
Looks like man. They brought 5. They're bringing pressure.
It's under pressure.
And
Raiders are going to get him and bring him to the ground, but he pops off of it and runs to the left, keeping his head up. He's just going to run out of bounds. Another opportunity for a loss and a sack by the Raiders. He's a magician. He had to get out of that.
Really great job with that young quarterback there, running through some arm tackles. But again, Patrick Graham putting this football team in a really good position, sending some pressure on this young quarterback, forcing him to have to find a way to get out of a sack. And almost made a big-time play.
Yeah, Tyree Wilson got some pressure from the inside, so that's good to see.
Yes, it is.
Alec Backman will be back deep for the Silver and Black. There's 1:26 to go. Raiders have all 3 timeouts before halftime here. Seen a lot of this at practice with Backman back deep trying to make a play. A lot of opportunities at training camp. He'll field it at the 5. He starts off to the left looking for blockers, cuts it inside. Picks up about 6 or 7 more yards to about the 14-yard line.
Special teams have to do a better job of holding up at the line of scrimmage on punts so you can kind of get to that wall. That's kind of what you want to do.
Another special teams penalty, Matt, that'll bring the ball back.
I see it. What do they call it? Hold?
They did.
On the return? Yeah.
Well, this is the second time the Raiders' younger offensive line, the 2s and 3s, are getting an opportunity to play here with their back up against the end zone with a rookie quarterback in Cam Miller. Aiden O'Connell left the game with a wrist, so we'll get an update on that at halftime. Zamir White is out on the field in the backfield. Also Dante Thornton, Jack Bash, Alec Bachman, and Dante Thornton.
Nice job by the defense, however. They got a 3 and out and be able to force that punt so they get this ball back with a $1.15.
Ball is on the 2-yard line. Inside handoff to Zeus. Nice run. Picks up about 5 or 6 yards. And I'd love to see a deep shot here. I don't think you have to see it from Chip Kelly with a young quarterback, but Dante's out there. And if he's in single coverage, there'll probably be a safety over that side of the field, but you can take a shot with him.
Yeah, but the first thing you want to do is get a first down here. They're taking a timeout. The timeout's being taken by the Cardinals because they think they're going to be able to get the ball back with a short field. So the first thing you have to do is get a first down. And then you can continue it and then maybe take a shot.
Yeah. I think it was always get out of the shadow of that goalpost.
Yep,
and I think right now the most important thing is to find out running back-wise what guy can get you out of that shadow.
Yeah, that's true. And this offensive line's got to coalesce.
Yeah.
It's not the best right there.
2nd and 5. Zeus behind Cam. Cam is in the shotgun. Going to hand it off to Zamir White. He cuts it inside. He's got some room. Nice strong run, and he picks up the first down.
That's all you wanted to do right there. That's it. Yeah. Exactly what you said.
I think at the time of the game, the situation we're in, I think it's more important to figure out what running back and what running plays will work with this offense rather than trying to throw the ball deep at this point.
He did a nice job. He started one way and got the overflow, so he cut it back to the inside, picked up the first down, and you're down to 40 seconds. And essentially this half is done.
I think he just made the roster with that run right there.
Zeus goes to the sideline. Could that be his last play of the night? Raheem Mostert comes in. It'll be a 1st and 10. Ball on the Raiders 17. 28 seconds to go until halftime. They'll give it to Raheem on the left side, trying to bounce out to the left side. He gets tackled with about a 2 or 3 yard gain, and the clock continues to run.
Yeah, we're down to 15 seconds. That'll do it.
You know it's the 3rd preseason game, my friend. 4-time Super Bowl champ. You know they're looking towards the locker room.
Oh, yeah.
You're telling us that ahead of time.
You better believe it. I was already walking.
When we come back, we'll have an Aiden O'Connell update at halftime. That's the end of the first half. We're tied at 10. Tim Cates joins us from the Silver and Black Studios with the halftime report. He'll get you the latest scores from around the league, plus the first half stats and highlights. You're listening to Raiders football.
Raiders football is brought to you by America First Credit Union. Win Las Vegas. by NV Energy. Boyd.
4:05 to go. Rams 1st and 10 on their own 43. Stafford under center. Play action. Pressure up the middle. Crosby drills him as he tried to throw the football.
This is the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network, your home for Raiders football.
With shared values of commitment to excellence, teamwork, and community service, NV Energy is proud to partner with the Las Vegas Raiders in our Seats for Soldiers program. To show our appreciation for Nevada's military and veteran service members, we are sending some of these deserving individuals to a Las Vegas Raiders home game at Allegiant Stadium during the 2025 season. When it comes to supporting Nevada's communities and its military, you can count on NV Energy. Visit Raiders.com/Seats for Soldiers to learn more.
Boyd Gaming is a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And if you're a fan, there's no better place to play, to indulge, to feast, to bring your besties, and just win, baby. It's the perfect spot to watch the Raiders game, because we don't do black clouds, just silver linings. Suncoast, the Orleans, and the Boyd family of casinos, where the Raiders want to be.
Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Now, rejoining us from the Silver and Black Studios, here's Tim Cates.
Halftime in Arizona, the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders all tied up at 10 apiece. Tim Cates back inside the Silver and Black Studios with the halftime report as the Raiders have 2 more quarters to go here in the preseason before they lace it up for real in week 1 against the New England Patriots on the road in New England. But 2 quarters down, 2 quarters to go. We'll get to the highlights and the stats from the first half coming up in just a couple of minutes. Let's get you caught up on what's happening around the final Saturday in the preseason here in the NFL. There were 9 other games, one of them still in progress. 6 minutes to go in the game in Santa Clara. The 49ers out in front of the Chargers, 22-16. Carter Bradley, 6-12, 48 yards passing. DJ Uiagalelei, 11 of 20 for 118 yards passing and a touchdown. Trey Lance got in against his former team. Trey Lance, 5 of 8, 38 yards passing, but the 49ers up 22-16 late fourth quarter. Earlier, we had 8 other games before that. In Carolina, it was Pittsburgh winning at 19-10. In Miami, Dolphins over the Jacksonville Jaguars, 14-6. In Tampa, the Bills beat the Buccaneers 23-19. Shiloh Sanders fighting for a roster spot with Tampa. Well, he got into a fight on the field today and ejected for throwing a punch. Yes, threw a punch against Bills backup tight end Zach Davidson. Got kicked out of the game. Bills beat the Buccaneers 23-19 in Green Bay. Packers over the Seahawks 20-7 in New Orleans. It was the Broncos beating the Saints 28-19. Kellen Moore now has to figure out who is going to be his quarterback come week 1. Spencer Rattler, Jake Haener, Tyler Shuck says he'll decide in the next couple of days. In Detroit, Texans over the Lions 26-7. In Cleveland, Browns beat the Rams 19-17. Browns GM Andrew Berry came out after the game and said they're probably going to keep all 4 quarterbacks, including Shedeur Sanders. In Cincinnati, Colts beat the Bengals 41-14. And in Washington, D.C. earlier today, Ravens over the Commanders 30-3. That's a look around the league. Coming up here on the Halftime Report, we run down the first half stats and the highlights. Raiders 10, Cardinals 10. I'm Tim Cates. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh, yeah. So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Rahan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law, here to give you some facts before you pick an injury lawyer. Fact 1. A lot of lawyers say they're the best, but only Naqvi won Best of Las Vegas Gold 11 straight times. Fact 2. Over 1,000 of our cases were referred to us from other lawyers. When other lawyers trust you to handle their cases, you should too. Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Naqvi at 702-INJURED.
Tim Cates back inside our Silver and Black studios with the halftime report. Raiders and Arizona Cardinals all tied up at 10 apiece. Aiden O'Connell got a lot of the action of the first half. Aiden O'Connell out, though. Vinny Bonsignor, our Raider insider, right wrist injury for Aiden O'Connell. He is out for the rest of the game. We're going to see a lot of Cam Miller moving forward in this second half. The Raiders offensively scored first in the first quarter. A nice 9-play, 60-yard drive, almost 5 minutes off the clock. Geno Smith and the Raiders' first-team offense looked really good moving the football downfield. Geno Smith hooking up with Dante Thornton Jr.
Geno in the shotgun, looking left and then back right to Dante to a corner fade. He catches it as the end. Touchdown, Las Vegas Raiders. Dante Thornton right on the back shoulder, and the Raiders are on the board.
17-yard touchdown catch for the rookie out of Tennessee. Dante Thornton Jr. is going to do something real special this season, hopefully, with Geno Smith, who was 2 of 3, 26 yards in that touchdown pass. Zamir White, 9 carries, 42 yards. Raheem Mostert, 9 carries, 32 yards. The Raiders were up 7-0 before Clayton Tune orchestrated a 4-play, 19-yard touchdown drive to tie the game at 7 in the second quarter. Raiders and the Cardinals exchanged field goals. Daniel Carlson capping off a 10-play, 32-yard drive, 5 minutes off the clock with a 52-yard field goal. Cardinals answer with 8 minutes to go in the first half, and that's where we stand right now, 10-10 at the break in Arizona. Offensively, the Raiders, 128 yards total offense, 49 yards passing, just 79 yards on the ground. That's it for the halftime report. Up next, we go back inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona for the second half. Raiders 10, Cardinals 10. I'm Tim Cates, and you're listening to Raiders Football.
This is the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network, your home for Raiders football.
He climbs, he floats down the field. He's got his man at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Brock Bowers. 33 yards. Proctimus Prime.
Just win, baby.
Raiders football is brought to you by America First Credit Union, Win Las Vegas, by NV Energy, Boyd.
Raider Nation, this season brings a changing of the tides. And just like your Las Vegas Raiders, Ford's starting lineup is always ready for what's next. Whether it's the strength of F-150, the grit of Bronco family, or the speed of Mustang, Ford is prepared for whatever lies ahead. So just win, baby, and dominate every drive in a Ford. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, the proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Boyd Gaming is a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And if you're a fan, there's no better place to play, to indulge, to feast, to bring your besties, and just win, baby. It's the perfect spot to watch the Raiders game, because we don't do black clouds, just silver linings. Suncoast, the Orleans, and the Boyd family of casinos, where the Raiders want to be.
Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
With shared values of commitment to excellence, teamwork, and community service, NV Energy is proud to partner with the Las Vegas Raiders and our Seats for Soldiers program. To show our appreciation for Nevada's military and veteran service members, we're sending some of these deserving individuals to a Las Vegas Raiders home game at Allegiant Stadium during the 2025 season. When it comes to supporting Nevada's communities and its military, you can count on NV Energy. Visit Raiders.com/Seats for Soldiers to learn more.
Helping your money do more means putting yourself in the financial driver's seat.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no better or more literal way to do that than with a low-rate auto loan from America First Credit Union. Plus, for a limited time, when you finance your new vehicle with America First, you'll enjoy no payments for 90 days. And that means getting more mileage out of every cent you spend. So make your money move. Head to AmericaFirst.com to apply for pre-approval of your low-rate auto loan today. Eligibility, terms, conditions, and creditworthiness apply. Subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal opportunity lender.
Raiders football is brought to you by America First Credit Union. Win Las Vegas. By NV Energy. Boyd.
4:05 to go. Rams 1st and 10 on their own 43. Stafford under center. Play action. Pressure up the middle. Crosby drills him as he tried to throw the football.
This is the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network, your home for Raiders football. It's the start of the second half of Raiders football. Now, let's rejoin the crew back out at the field.
JT along with Matt Millen and Eric Allen. We're tied at 10. And it's the famous second half of the third preseason game. It used to be 4 preseason games, Matt. The dress rehearsal seemed to be the second game. But if you want to take something positive out of the first half, it was the Raiders' defense, led by Max Crosby on that first series, and Geno Smith and the Raiders' first team offense.
And I also thought that they ran the ball pretty good in the first half. Even when they had to at the end of the second quarter, I thought the running backs are doing a pretty nice job in that cutback. I thought the first team offense looked pretty darn good, and I also thought that the first team defense looked pretty good. So we'll see now if they'll be fighting in this second half, they'll be fighting for jobs. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, and as we talked about as we opened up the broadcast, there are players on other teams that are getting cut as of right now that could be available for John Spytek, depending on the depth of the Raiders and what position group we're diving into.
Without a doubt, you have one eye on this game, particularly in the first half, but that other eye for this next half is going to be, hey, man, we need to start breaking down film on this position for these types of players that we think fit our mold. So it's very important that the guys, and we keep saying this over and over, but it's true. And I would tell guys this, when I was playing. Hey, they would come in after halftime and like, look, man, you may not make this team, but go out there and ball out because everyone's going to be watching this tape.
Also, Zamir White, 9 attempts, 42 yards, 4.7 average. Raheem Mostert, 9 attempts, 32 yards, 3.6. I think Zamir White, there was never a doubt in my mind, he'll be the hammer for this team behind Ashton Jenkins.
I think there was a question coming into this game about who was going to be that backup running back to fulfill that role if Ashton is tired and he's had 20 carries. Who can come in third quarter? And I believe that Zeus really made his mark tonight.
Tommy Malott back deep along with Sincere McCormick as we're about to kick off the third quarter here in Glendale at State Farm Field. Tied at 10. Very important half for several players on this team to find out if they are going to make the roster of 53 or make the practice squad. Chad Ryland will kick off for Arizona. You look at the situation with Aiden O'Connell, we'll wait for clarity when we find out. But overall, this is a situation where Cam Miller will probably be playing the rest of this game. And that's good experience for the young quarterback as Chip Kelly will give him more of this offensive playbook.
Man, who would have thought? You come into the last preseason game, you're in a competition to see if you can make the schedule, and you have a great chance to play deep in this game.
Malott caught a bullet and takes it out to the 32-yard line as we are underway here in the second half. And Cam Miller will be out here at quarterback as the Raiders' offensive line. That's been the talk to camp. A lot of people have discussed what is going to be the role of Jackson Powers-Johnson. I think he's solidified the right guard. I think the offensive line is set, but the depth is going to be the question going forward here.
And how fast they come together.
Sincere McCormick in the backfield. Cam looks left and dumps it underneath to Jack Bash, who stops and pivots and pushes forward close to a first down. That's what I love about Jack Bash. If you don't know the story, his brother lost his life with the terrorist attack on New Year's in New Orleans. And imagine what that young man, Eric Allen, has been put through in his life, on top of being a second-round pick, playing football and what his family's been through.
Yeah, this is the time where you can kind of just let all that other stuff go away, and that's why football is so great. You can come out here, concentrate, compete, try and make a spot for yourself on this Las Vegas Raiders team.
Campbell handed off to Sincere McCormick. Nothing on the right side. He bounces it to the left for a gain of about 2. It's a first down. Second and 1. He picks up the first down.
That was all on him because it was taken away to the right side, and he reversed and went back to the inside. A nice cut. They were able to pick up that first down.
Matt, what do you think Chip Kelly's been thinking about these 3 preseason games here? There's not a lot of deep shots. Pretty vanilla overall, but I think he's establishing a push at the line of scrimmage with
I
this team.
think what he's thinking is, I can't wait to get out of this preseason because I can really open it up.
That's a very good point.
I think he's a great play caller. I have always liked the way he calls games.
Ball start. Offense, number 60. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
When we talked to him before the Seattle game, he was so excited about a team he hasn't called play for. When you're with a team, you're a head coach in Philly a couple of years, you've been with Oregon that long, you get used to personnel. This is new personnel for him, and he was very excited to talk about all aspects of it.
That's 100%. You're 100% right. It's a completely different team. Every year it's a little bit different. You have to wait till the guys get together and you see what they're capable of.
McCormick over the left side. Nice run. Good blocking up front for the Raiders.
Guys, we've seen this again and again. He has a really great spark. He gets to the hole. He has some patience. But once he puts that foot in the ground, man, he is to the second level in a hurry.
100%. You said it exactly right. He's got runner's patience. And that is all on you. Only you have the feel, right? And if you have a feel for it, you got great patience. You have no feel for it, you're stiff.
Jack Bash to the left. Backman to the right. Along with Colin Johnson, number 17. Cam's looking right. Under pressure, stepping up in the pocket. Sprints out to the right, tries to fake, and just falls down. Smart thing to do, fall down. There was nothing there for him.
Yeah. Nothing there is nothing on the top side. So,
not a lot of motion, Matt, this preseason here. We're not seeing a lot of motion.
This is the most vanilla offense I've seen in a long time. I mean, all he's doing is just running basic plays inside, trying to get the blocker on a blocker. That's all they're trying to do. It'll be way more creative in the season.
Colin Johnson to the left. Raiders going right to left. 3rd and 7. 12:15 to go in the third. Cam looking left. Almost intercepted. Ball batted. Intended for Colin Johnson. Goes straight up in the air. Cardinals can't get to it. 4th and 7. The Raiders will punt.
So that's that timing we're talking about. Yeah. We're talking about making that move from college to professional football. Is that timing and that pace needs to be a little bit faster. And sometimes quarterbacks don't want to throw it to the guys open. You got to trust that he's going to be open.
And you don't know how much time he's worked with the Colin Johnson. And there's just so many things that go on.
Xavier Weaver back deep for Arizona. AJ standing at his own 30-yard line. AJ with the clean snap.
Nice kick.
Nice high kick. Fair catch. Almost a little traffic there. Fair catch at about the 11-yard line.
Great coverage. Great coverage by the Gunners on the outside.
With the score tied at 10 in Glendale, there's a timeout on the field. You're listening to Raiders football.
Raider Nation, this season brings a changing of the tides. And just like your Las Vegas Raiders, Ford's starting lineup is always ready for what's next. Whether it's the strength of F-150, the grit of Bronco family, or the speed of Mustang, Ford is prepared for whatever lies ahead. So just win, baby, and dominate every drive in a Ford. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, the proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
This is the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network, your home for Raiders football.
He climbs, he floats down the field. He's got his man at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Brock Bowers. 33 yards. Proctimus Prime.
Just win, baby.
Raiders football is brought to you by America First Credit Union. Win Las Vegas. By NV Energy. Boyd.
With shared values of commitment to excellence, teamwork, and community service, NV Energy is proud to partner with the Las Vegas Raiders and our Seats for Soldiers program. To show our appreciation for Nevada's military and veteran service members, we are sending some of these deserving individuals to a Las Vegas Raiders home game at Allegiant Stadium during the 2025 season. When it comes to supporting Nevada's communities and its military, you can count on NV Energy. Visit Raiders.com/Seats for Soldiers to learn more.
Boyd Gaming is a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And if you're a fan, there's no better place to play, to indulge, to feast, to bring your besties, and just win, baby. It's the perfect spot to watch the Raiders and enjoy game day specials all season long. Cannery, Samstown, and the Boyd family of casinos, where the Raiders want to be. Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Along with Matt Millen and Eric Allen, 12:01 to go in the third quarter. Cameron Richardson, Darian Porter there. Eric Allen, you haven't had a break since before the Hall of Fame. You got a busy week this week back at the facility. When are you going to get some rest, my friend? When are you going to get back to pick up basketball on your off nights?
You know, I love playing pickup basketball with my guys, but this is what I love. I love being in the season. Each week's going to be a game. Get to be here, cheer on my Raiders, and hang with you, JT.
Clayton Tune at quarterback for Arizona as he's looking right the whole way. Short pass over to the left side to Cameron Richardson with the tackle there.
Good coverage. Yep. Right on top of that ball. You know, I always keep thinking about the 6 P's of football. Proper preparation prevents piss-poor performance.
Oh, right.
Always did, always will. That's what you're starting to see right now. They're prepared. They're prepared for exactly what's going on. I can't wait for the season to start. I think this is going to be a pretty good year for this Raider team.
Me too.
Tommy Eichenberg and Matt Jones in at linebacker. 2nd and 5 for Arizona at their own 17-yard line. Handoff off to the left side. Not much there. Raiders in pursuit. Darian Porter comes down and makes the tackle. Very important. We're seeing him in the third quarter. And I was wondering about a month ago if he was going to be penciled in as the starter. I don't think that's the case right now, as Pete Carroll's still figuring this out.
I really do think these corners right now are really testing themselves and playing for positions on this football team. And right now it's really about the coaches. Are the coaches and the players on the same page? When you're calling the proper defenses, are the corners in the right spot? Are they tackling where? Are they funneling the receivers inside where they're supposed to be? Those are the critical things these young players and coaches need to get on the same page with.
Yeah, they
3rd and 4 for
zone right there.
Good pressure by the Raiders up the middle, and they'll bring him down, but he breaks away enough to fall forward for a first down. Big play on a 3rd and 4. EA, another opportunity where the Raiders had a sack and let him get away. Makes a play.
You know what? You're in a perfect position. You get the perfect play call. You got to find a way to get off those blocks. Even if those guys are holding you up front, you got to get off those blocks and be able to bring down this quarterback.
Yeah, Eichenberg had a chance to be able to run him down. It wasn't quite able to get there. It was a nice job by Toon being able to pick up that first down, but they played his zone. They dropped where they were supposed to be. There was no place to throw the football. He beat you with his legs.
Tonka Hemingway almost got a sack there. He was double-teamed and just got peeled off at the end for that gain. Handoff off the right side. Not much there. 4 or 5 Raiders there on the tackle.
I don't know if he got 2 yards.
Amari DeCamerion on that play. That was 2nd and 9.
You really want to make sure you're really good with your techniques right now, because that's the coach you're looking for. You're not always going to be able to make a big play, but you've got to be in the proper spot on your run fits. If you're a defensive back, if you're a safety, those are the things that are going to get you a spot in this football team.
Everything starts up front, E.
Yep.
If you're where you're supposed to be up front, everybody else can follow suit.
2nd and 9 for the Cardinals.
Pressure from the right side. Got there.
Raiders got an opportunity for a sack, and they get up. Big play by the Silver and Black. Reedy Vance, number 41, pointing to the Raider Nation behind the goalpost. Nice play for 41 again.
Yes, he's had a really good camp. He's really put a lot of pressure on the guys ahead of him, but just a great job by staying after. They blocked him up first.
Yeah, they
was
did.
able to work off the running back and continue to make the play. I see him, my man.
That defensive stop is brought to you by Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation. Made to chill, 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. That'll bring up a 3rd and 22 for Arizona, tied at 10, 8:30 to go in the third quarter. Inside draw, not much there. The Cardinals are going to have to punt.
Yeah, they did a nice job of that after they get the sack. And Vance, because what they were able to do then is just sit back in the zone and let it just come to them. That's exactly what they did. They still got off the ball pretty good.
Did you see Marvin Harrison Jr.? I saw him in warm-ups. Oh, my God.
He's a big dude.
He put on probably 10 pounds of muscle. And his dad's in the Hall of Fame with UEA. This guy is something special to watch this year. Dylan Lobby is back deep at the 25.
His dad was a little guy.
Two totally different packages. Two totally different packages.
Lobby's going to get an opportunity, fields it at the 24, breaks out to the left side, going down the sideline, looking for some room and pushed out of bounds.
As you know, Marvin, one of the most quickest, smoothest players of his time, and he was definitely a big-time player.
There's a break in the action. The score is tied at 10. More action from the field up next. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Are you looking to up your game day? Join the nation at the Raiders Masquerade VIP Tailgate, the ultimate pregame experience for you to enjoy live music with unlimited food, unlimited drinks, and non-stop party vibes, all before the Raiders kick off at Allegiant Stadium. Go to RaidersExperiences.com today to book this exclusive tailgate experience, powered by Confirmed 360.
Karma Automotive proudly serves as the official luxury electric vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. As America's first and only ultra-luxury automaker, from our Cavea 1,000 horsepower Super Coupe to the Rivero, the extended range sedan, Karma blends supernatural innovation with American ingenuity. We are shaping the future of automotive aspiration. For assigned drivers only. Reserve your Karma at karmaautomotive.com.
Raiders football is brought to you by Karma Automotive, the official luxury electric vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. Taste the spirit of Aloha, Kaloa Rum, the official ultra-premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Drink responsibly. By the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. Vegas, the ultimate escape for sports and entertainment. Experience the future of payments with Shift4, the official payment partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to learn more.
We're back live in Glendale. Raiders tied at 10. The T-shirt machine is being shot in front of us. I've never gone for a T-shirt because kids should get the T-shirt, not grown men in their 40s and 50s who block out the children. So let the kids get the T-shirt there.
You're looking at me like you see me do something.
No, not at all. But I'm looking at some grown men in their 40s and 50s grabbing it, fighting for a T-shirt, boxing out a 9-year-old.
That's right.
Please, let the children have the T-shirts. 7:41 to go, tied at 10 here. Good opportunity for the receivers. Colin Johnson, Cedric Jackson, and Philip Dorsett, who's played well. These guys have played well in the preseason, and they practice hard, too.
Yeah, what you're trying to do now is fulfill what the coaches see in you. So if they think you're a deep guy, you get your opportunity, you got to catch it. If they think you're a master, playing in the mud, blocking, you got to do it.
Cam Miller in the shotgun, Sincere McCormick right behind him. They'll fake it to Sincere. He's going to take a shot down the right sideline. Deep ball, almost caught. Coming down with it again, Philip Dorsett almost made a nice play there. Dove stretched out, tried to do it.
That's your chance. Yeah. You're the speed guy. We're going to give you that chance right now. Coming out of halftime, you got to find a way to reel it in.
Yeah, they're going right to left. They just sent him on a streak down the right sideline. Just try to outrun him. Had a chance at it, but fell incomplete.
Well, we want to see that in the regular season with Geno and his big arm and what Dante Thornton could do, and I think Trey Tucker on that route. Handoff up the middle to Sincere McCormick, not much there, because when this team breaks the huddle in New England with Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, Dante Thornton Jr., Trey Tucker, Ashton Genty, this is potential on steroids here. This team has the ability to run any route, make any throw, and hopefully open up the field for Ashton Genty.
So with that, what you just said right there, how I'm going to defend you, I'm taking Brock Bowers away, and I'm going to take away Ashton Genty, and I'm going to try to make the others beat me. Until they prove they can do it.
3rd and 10. Cam's going to throw deep again. Going to take a shot with Dorsett. Jump ball goes out of bounds. Another same route they just ran before.
Good job by Dorsett to change from offense to defense in the middle of the play.
Yep. Yeah, very good.
Team a defender.
Matt, that's an interesting point that you said. So critical this year. You got to assume defensive coordinators are looking to take Brock out of the game.
Sure.
And Brock can beat the double team. He's got to get those targets because he's proven he can beat the double team.
Yeah, he can, but definitely you're gonna try to take him out of that game. You can't let him make the others beat you. I'm also going to say that about Genty because I think Genty's going to have himself a pretty good year.
AJ with the punt. Xavier Weaver's going to field it at his own 15. Tries to make a Raider miss and get outside, but not much there.
Another good job by the punt team in their coverage.
Yep.
Going back to...
There's a break in the action. Score tied at 10. More action from the field up next. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Alltech Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927, so you can elevate your Las Vegas Raiders tailgate with legendary audio. Raider Nation, make some noise at your next tailgate with a Sound Rover 180, complete with 6 hours of playtime, microphone, party light modes, and a portable trolley-style design. Visit alltechlansing.com/Raiders15 for 15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's ALTECLANSING.com/Raiders15 for 15% off. Alltech Lansing, an official audio partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Tim Cates back inside the Silver and Black Studios with a scoreboard update brought to you by Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com. It is just gone final in Santa Clara. The 49ers hang on and beat the Chargers 30-23. Tanner Mordecai, 10-13, 103 yards passing and touchdown. Carter Bradley, a touchdown pass. DJ Uiagalelei, the rookie out of Florida State, 16-31, 170 yards passing and 2 touchdowns in a losing effort for the Chargers. 1 game remains in this preseason. It's the Raiders and Cardinals back inside State Farm Stadium. JT the Brick, legendary linebacker Matt Millen, and the Hall of Famer Eric Allen, guys.
Thank you, Tim. 6:38 to go in the third quarter here. Raiders, Darnay Holmes out on defense here. Woods. It's the 2s and the 3s for the Raiders here, fighting for spots, special teams, maybe a flash play coming up here as the Cardinals have also been playing a little bit of a vanilla offense throughout this game tonight, trying to get some good action here for their backup quarterback, Clayton Tune. No Kyler Murray tonight. James Conner or Harrison Jr. Nice run off the right side. Carter for a 7-8 yard gain. Guys, let's get to the AFC West. Something I'm talking about every day on Raider Nation Radio. Matt, Denver made a big jump. We beat them 8 in a row at one point. They swept us last year. Kansas City went back to the Super Bowl, and Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers are trying to build that team to run the football first to set up Herbert.
Yeah, Herbert's still going to be Herbert. He's an excellent quarterback. That's the thing. Everybody's got a quarterback in the AFC West, and I think now this year we have a quarterback in the division.
Holding. Kuhn is going to go and throw it away, but there's a hold, and they should bring it back. You know, Pete Carroll said this going up against Andy Reid, Sean Payton, and Jim Harbaugh. Said, I got to play up to those guys. I got to get my act together. He said that in jest, but when he comes out of the tunnel, knowing that he's beat Andy Reid several times, beat Harbaugh several times, college and pro, and beat Sean Payton several times, that's got to give the Raiders a mental advantage in a lot of these games.
It has to. When you're matching up against football teams that have that quarterback, have the head coach that you've had success against over the course of your career, it gives you a vote of confidence that what you can do can be able to beat these guys. And that's what we're going to have to do. This division is one of the toughest divisions in football. Again, great quarterbacks, great head coaches. We have the similar package right now. Just got to make sure we're running the football.
Boone in the shotgun, looking deep, throws it down underneath for a nice gain. He picks up a first down, 2nd and 13. Clock is running.
If you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a chance.
He's short. That'll be 3rd and 5. You're right about the quarterback.
Yeah, 100%. And so I think this year, we got a shot. I like our run game. I like the offensive line. I like there's pieces of the puzzle to the outside in the passing game that I like. There's some guys who got to prove themselves, but they have the potential to be able to do that.
3rd and 5 for Arizona. Clayton Tune in the shotgun. 5:10 to go in the third. Play clock down to 3. Kuhn's looking left the whole time. Great pressure by the Raiders up the middle. He floats out to the right, and he just runs out of bounds there. Looking downfield, DA, the whole time. Good coverage by the Silver and Black.
Another time that Patrick Graham has kind of sent the package at him. Got to make sure you talk about this all the time, but the edge is so important to be able to contain that quarterback because you want to hit that quarterback in the field of play.
I'm glad you said the field of play. I'm surprised he didn't throw a flag there.
Yeah.
Because he was out of bounds when he tackled him.
Tommy Mellott is back deep at his own 25. Number 19, Tommy Mellott. Another fan favorite for this young player here. What can he do in the final minutes of the third quarter? High punt. Mellott's going to field it at his own 26. Looks to take off to his right. Is there a block in the back?
Yeah.
Yes, there is. Block in the back as Mellott had a nice return, but clearly a block in the back, and that'll bring it back. Matt Jones.
That's a spot foul, too.
That hurts. Just trying to make a play on special
During
teams.
the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 42. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down. Timeout.
Looks like we're going to stay here. The hat hasn't come on the field just yet. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Raiders football. The score is tied at 10. More action from the field up next. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Taste the authentic flavors of Hawaii with Kuloa Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's rich and smooth. With every sip, you'll discover the spirit of aloha. It isn't just rum, it's Kuloa Rum. Award-winning, distinctly different, and uniquely Hawaiian. Kuloa Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Must be at least 21. Please drink responsibly.
Go on. Get a little out there. Travel beyond Nevada's neon glow. Drive where the stars sparkle and the desert goes and goes. Visit a world apart. See some funky art. Find anything and everything in Nevada's heart. Go on. Get a little out there. Start planning your trip at travelnevada.com.
As the official ticket marketplace of the Raiders and the NFL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game. Whether you're cheering on the Raiders at home or away, Ticketmaster has you covered. With Ticketmaster's interactive seat map, you'll get a 360-degree preview of your seats so you can make sure you have the best view of those pivotal plays. Plus, the Ticketmaster app makes it easy to sell or transfer your tickets if your plans change, and the mobile tickets make getting in on game day a breeze. Find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Raiders. That's Ticketmaster.com/Raiders.
Back at State Farm Stadium, welcome to Las Vegas, Raider fans. Don't let the end of the game put a stop to the fun. Take it into overtime with world-class performances, music, dining, and so much more right here in the sports and entertainment capital of the world as the Raiders take over on their own 16-yard line. 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Cam Miller and Dylan Lobby behind him as Cam is in the shotgun. Lobby right behind him. Philip Dorsett out to the left. Colin Johnson to the far right. They'll give it to Lobby off the right side. Fighting forward for a 2 or 3 yard gain. I wanted to pick up on what Matt said. As a defender, and you're trying to slow down Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty, that's going to give a lot of single coverage to Geno to go attack and throw the ball downfield.
Without a doubt. But first, we have to kind of be who we are. If we want to be a running football team and we want to be able to take advantage of those long shots, we can't shy away from running the ball with a 6-man box, a 7-man box. We have to find a way to be successful in the running game, even though they're going to try and take the run away. And that's where it's so important to have a tight end like Brock Bowers. Now that strong safety has to come in, and that linebacker strong safety have to be really pointed towards Brock Bowers so you can run the football effectively.
Dylan Lobby with the short reception picks up about 4 or 5 yards. Matt, this will bring up a 3rd and 2. What do you like here?
Well, I think he's going to have... Well, there's a lot of things to like right here, but I think what you want to try to see if the offensive line can control the front, because I don't think they're going to bring pressure right here.
2 wide receivers to the left, 1 out to the right. Cam's looking right the whole way.
Nice.
Throws a crossing route
to
Colin Johnson. Nice reception. Hit him right in the middle of the chest. He points first down.
Yeah, they're going right to left. It's just a slant, so he did a nice job of positioning himself and not letting the corner get in front of him, so he had him on his back, and that's where you want to keep him. Tough to defend. That's
a strong catch, good body position by that receiver, and great throw for our guy Miller.
Grant, Rogers, Putnam, Mumford, and Maffei in on the offensive line. Cam's going to hand it off to Lobby off the left side, picks up about 4 yards.
Continue to show up.
They got through there pretty quick. Looks like at about maybe 4 or 5 yards.
They got an interesting decision to make at running back here.
Yeah, they do.
Especially with Zeus. Anybody who doubted Zeus last year, and last year there was reason to doubt him. We were dead last in the NFL, 32nd in rushing. That won't be the case this year. Jones on the ground for Arizona. And we're going to keep it here for a moment to find out if he's okay, as the medical team is out there. 37 Jones for Arizona.
Along those lines, I think the offensive line has defined now, and I think it has to coalesce. Because I think now that you've made your decision and saying you're going to have Powers Johnson at that guard and Jordan Meredith at the center, now let them just come together and see how good you can get.
Really difficult following up a spectacular year by Josh Jacobs, when he could kind of do everything. You come back and you're that back that asks you to drop or gain weight. You don't have a really good preseason. It doesn't really pan out during the regular season because of the blocking schemes. Or you're a man guy or you're a zone guy. Just so much indecision there. So I'm really happy to see him come back, and it seems like he's in a really good place right now.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think it's going to be really important to see who can help out Ashton. I love the math of football. I don't like math in real life, but I love it in football. I don't know how many times Ashton's going to touch it. Is it going to be 18? Is it going to be 14? Is it going to be 25? When we find out that number, how big of a workhorse back can he be? I think he can do it all.
I think tonight was about developing that backup running back. where you can come in and you can have the same type of style that Ashton has, so we don't have to kind of change our running style. I think that's why today those numbers for Zeus really make a big presence and why he can back it up.
I think the question has already been answered with his durability. I think he proved that when he was in his college days. I studied that kid. That kid knows how to deliver a blow. He knows how to take a blow. He's a tough kid.
You had a great conversation with him about his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. We'll get to that next here. Justin Shorter. Colin Johnson is out. Shorter is in. Inside handoff to Lobby off the right side on second down. So when you went one-on-one with Ashton Genty, you broke down his tape as he was a receiver out of the backfield. What did you see?
Well, what I saw is he knows how to set up a defender. He understands linebackers really well. Now, the difference will be when you get into the DB. That's just a different animal. But you can avoid that with motions and all kinds of different things. I just think he catches the ball exceptionally well, and then with his contact balance and his tough running, I think that's a first down waiting to happen with something short out of the backfield.
3rd and 3 for the Raiders. Cam in the shotgun, looking left, now looking over the middle of the field. Throws it out to the left side, incomplete to Carter Runyon, and the Raiders will have to punt.
Cam's got some way to go.
Yeah. In those little situations where it's 3rd and 3 that you can or you should be able to utilize your running back matched up on a linebacker or a safety and kind of get a mismatch in that aspect.
That was just an errant throw, a little bit too far out in front of him.
AJ on to punt. Guys, we've seen young running backs in this league going back to Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, former Raider.
Yep.
They give those youngsters the ball.
Oh, man.
They give them the ball quickly in their career to see what they got. High punt. They're going to let it go. AJ drops it in inside the 20. I always talk to AJ about the Coffin's corner.
Yeah.
And I want to stay with that because of Ray Guy. And AJ has great ability, just like Shane Leckler on top of that. But I grew up watching Ray Guy in the Coffin's corner. What was it like to be a part of that?
With Ray?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That was a given. let me tell you a Ray Guy story. We're playing in Houston at the Astrodome. And he came in and he goes, we get up there and you have the speakers in the middle of the stadium. And we're practicing before and he calls the field guys over and says, you got to move the speakers. He said, I'm going to hit him. And he said, the guy goes, there's no way you can hit him. Ray takes the ball, boom, hits a speaker, and drops down. They had to raise him up like 20 feet in the middle of the game. He kicked it into the speakers, and they lost it in the lights.
Unbelievable.
He was phenomenal.
Raiders looking for a safety. Boone gets out of trouble. He's going to throw it away. Good pressure again by the Silver and Black.
And then years later, I have a great guy in Shane. I mean, he was such a big physical punter that he could just kind of lay it out there for us and really back up teams.
When Shane Leckler was brought out on the field at Super Bowl 50 as one of the top 100 players of all time, he automatically should gain induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame when his eligibility is due. Now he's eligible, and he's been eligible for a while. He can't get lost, EA, in that discussion in Canton, Ohio.
Easy to do. It's easy to do
to forget a punter from time to time. 2nd and 10 as Arizona is on their own 6-yard line. Deep ball off to the sideline, caught for a first down. Nice throw. Joshua Dugawa on the reception.
When Al Davis drafted Ray Guy, the whole world was like, you are out of your mind. You drafted a punter with a first-round pick. And then they saw the field position that the Raiders gained, and it was he was just a game changer completely. Yes.
And a pitcher.
Yeah.
Baseball player coming there, too.
He was our third quarterback. I can tell you some
Hummer
stories
used to tell me that. The great David Hum.
The Hummer was awesome, Dave Hum.
33 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Fresh set of downs for Arizona. Handoff to the left side. He could go. Big game coming up here. Right down the sideline. He's going to get in and score. If he stays in bound, touchdown, Arizona Cardinals. Big run, broken tackle up the middle. Donovan Knight goes the distance as Arizona takes the lead.
Yeah, Donovan Knight had the edge, and then once he got that edge, he hit another gear. because he outran the angle of the safety, which is pretty impressive.
That is very impressive. When you have a safety who's 15 yards back, you're still able to outrun him with the angles. It's just a great job of running through arm tackles, basically. You got to find a way, if you're that edge guy, corner, linebacker, safety, to really squeeze that running back in so the safety has a better shot of making that play.
Yeah, that was Hudson Clark, and he took the right angle. He just got outrun.
He wasn't touched the whole way. No one put a hand on him at the line of scrimmage. Extra point is up and good. 17-10. Arizona with 17 seconds to go here. Unfortunate for the Raiders, who have played a tight defense all night long. That was just a breakdown. At the point of attack on the defensive line, the linebackers, and no one in the secondary could put a hand on.
Yeah, you have to be frustrated if you're a coach, because you've done a very good job of putting the players in their proper place. They have to find a way. If you're that unblocked player, you got to make that play. If you're the corner, you're unblocked, you got to come down, you got to put the shoulder pad in there and prevent that big play from happening.
Big receivers for Arizona blocked nicely on that play.
They did. But you have to get off the block, and they didn't get off them.
Nice run by Knight. The Arizona fans a bit energized here as they take the lead with 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. Toon giving Knight a high five here. And they'll be at the kickoff now, back deep. Malott and Sincere McCormick. 17 seconds to go in the third quarter from State Farm Stadium Field here in Glendale, Arizona. Thank God they played this one indoors. How hot was that today when we got to the bus?
Wow.
I live in Vegas. I'm used to heat. This was a different type of heat. That kick will go through the end zone.
I thought we were in an oven.
Yeah, it was a little bit different when I walked up the hotel today.
Holy smokes.
And they had a little bit of that monsoon rain that they always talk about in Vegas, and we don't get it much. They get it here.
Yeah, they get it here.
They get it here. When they get it, they get it.
I started smelling bacon, and I realized it was me.
It's really grown. This city has really grown outside of, just downtown and the campus of ASU. This thing has really blown up lately.
This is one of the biggest urban sprawl cities outside of L.A. It is massive out here, the growth that we've seen in the valley here in the Phoenix, Tempe area, Glendale. And I talked to the owner, Mr. Bidwell, out in the hallway about how this stadium has held up with the Super Bowls and the big events that they have here. Always a fan favorite for Raider fans to come. Dylan Lobby is off to the right of Cam Miller. Cam's in the shotgun. We have 17 seconds to go. Cam looking, stepping up in the pocket, out to Lobby. Lobby gets tackled at the 34-yard line. That should do it for the third quarter here. When we come back, it'll be the final quarter of the preseason. Arizona Cardinals 17, Las Vegas Raiders 10. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network. The official Raiders fan cruise presented by Seaside Events. It's back, bringing you a once-in-a-lifetime fan to see in March 2026. Autograph, legendary fan events, and unforgettable memories, all while sailing the Pacific to the coastal gems of Ensenada, Mexico, and Catalina Island. The best part, you won't be watching from the sidelines. This time you'll be part of it. Raider fan cruise, making Raider Nation's dreams come true since 2025. Book now at RaidersFanCruise.com.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Raiders football is brought to you by Allegiant Air. Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights, only at Allegiant.com. America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
JT along with Matt Millen and Eric Allen. Remember, there's 16 spots on the practice squad, plus a spot for Lucky Tassi, who's part of the International Halfway program, which is fantastic because Pete Carroll's been really impressed with him so far. The International Half has been the way for a couple of players in the league. On a scale of 1 to 10, Coach is talking about the football knowledge and what he has. It's growing from a 7 to a 7.5, and we like to see that. Matt, we were talking about the heat at Penn State to the LA Coliseum to Oakland. What's the hottest environment you recall playing in?
Atlanta. Hotlanta. I called it Hotlanta. Hotlanta. Now, this is hot out here, but it's not humid. Hotlanta was hot and humid, and it was brutal. And that was when it was outside, so.
Cam looking to the right side. Nice connection to Justin Shorter.
He's throws. That's the best ball he's thrown.
Yeah.
Two nice throws like that are on that slant.
On that slant route. Yeah. That's a hard route to throw.
Nice first down for the Raiders. Shorter ran a great route, number 88.
You don't want to
ball
leave
was right on line.
Right, JT. You don't want to leave your receiver out to get,
Right. Well, with the safety sitting inside.
Right.
Especially when Jack Tatum was there.
Cam going to hand it off over to the left side to Lobby. Nothing there.
I expect we'll get a slant and go sometimes here.
It's opening itself up.
Yeah.
Now would be the time. Now would be the field position to be able to do that.
Right.
Sincere McCormick comes in. There's a Cardinal down on the field. He's getting up. That'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Clock running 14:05 to go. 2nd and 11. Raiders trail 17-10. Fourth quarter in Glendale, Arizona. Sincere McCormick to the left of Cam Miller, who's in the shotgun. Two wide receivers to the left. Cam's going to give it to Sincere on the right side. Runs it right into a pile here on 2nd and 11. Not much there.
Back in the day in the fourth quarter, this would be the time of the game where there'd be a lot of injuries because guys were going to go on injured reserve. And so you'd tell them, okay, this is the time to take your fall. So that was the way you stack them on your injury list.
So that's why those guys would, get that phantom, whatever it was, and be down on one knee.
Exactly.
Dorsett far out to the left. Jackson on the inside. Cam's looking left the whole time. Pressure in the pocket. He's going to get sacked and thrown to the ground hard. Big play by Arizona. Third team offensive line in for the Raiders here as A.J. Cole is out to punt again.
Yeah, and they look at. Yeah, so there's nothing there, and the protection broke down pretty quickly.
Yeah. That's where
Nate McCollum is back deep at his own 10-yard line. A.J. Cole to punt. 12:48 to go. The clock is ticking here. Raiders down by 7. A.J. with another high kick. Short. Fair catch at the 17-yard line.
That high punt just really allows the coverage to get down and surround the ball carrier.
That's a Ray Guy punt.
Let me tell you, I've been talking about A.J. Cole since he's come here. Flag on the play. Let's see what they say here. As the side judge threw a flag, he's coming over to talk to the ref on this play here.
Pete's out there in the middle of it all.
It's a face mask on the Raiders from the call. Pete's talking to the line
Personal
judge.
foul, face mask. Kick to team number 28. That 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the kick. First down. Timeout.
The score, Arizona 17, Las Vegas 10. There's a timeout on the field. You're listening to Raiders football.
Raider Nation, this season brings a changing of the tides. And just like your Las Vegas Raiders, Ford's starting lineup is always ready for what's next. Whether it's the strength of F-150, the grit of Bronco family, or the speed of Mustang, Ford is prepared for whatever lies ahead. So just win, baby, and dominate every drive in a Ford. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, the proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
This is the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network, your home for Raiders football.
He climbs, he floats down the field. He's got his man at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Brock Bowers. 33 yards. Brocktimus Prime.
Just win, baby.
Raiders football is brought to you by America First Credit Union. Win Las Vegas. By NV Energy. Boyd.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
With shared values of commitment to excellence, teamwork, and community service, NV Energy is proud to partner with the Las Vegas Raiders in our Seats for Soldiers program. To show our appreciation for Nevada's military and veteran service members, we are sending some of these deserving individuals to a Las Vegas Raiders home game at Allegiant Stadium during the 2025 season. When it comes to supporting Nevada's communities and its military, you can count on NV Energy. Visit Raiders.com/Seats for Soldiers to learn more.
JT along with Hall of Famer Eric Allen and the 4-time Super Bowl champ Matt Millen. EA, we saw Mark Davis outside. Matt, you saw him. The commitment he's made to this team.
Phenomenal.
New ownership involved. It's Mark's show. He's done an unbelievable job bringing you alumni back. And EA, I know you were proud to see him in the front row as you were making your induction speech in the Hall of Fame.
He's just been phenomenal. I mean, just carrying on the great tradition of his dad, Mr. Davis. And then he's so accessible. And he continues to try and make sure this football team has everything it needs to be successful. So we have an outstanding president. We have a great GM. We have a great coach, the ownership group. We just need that play on the field to be like what we are upstairs in management, and I think we'll be just fine.
I think we're going to see a big difference this year.
Me too.
I think Pete Carroll makes a huge difference.
Matt, you were telling us early when you were a GM and even as a player, you would pick up the phone and call Coach.
Oh, yeah, all the time. Yeah,
why'd you call him Coach? He started off
because he was a coach.
Yeah,
and he understood the game. So that's the difference in ownership. When you have a guy who understood exactly. Al changed the National Football League
many times.
He just knew everything.
Big gain off the right side on the ground for Arizona. 2nd and 8. They pick up a first down, and you always felt like he was a phone call away.
Oh, he always was. And here's the thing with Al, so. When I'd go to owners' meetings, I would sit with them all the time. And it was interesting for me to watch some of those owners who were just clueless, and they'd question. Al would bring up a point. Al was always 3 points ahead of him. He'd bring up some point, and they'd disagree with it, and then he'd talk about it, and then they'd go, oh. And I'd be like, morons.
Personnel-wise, he was phenomenal personnel-wise.
He was amazing, to be honest with you.
Pass off to the left side for Arizona. Another gain to the left side. Short gain here as Arizona's trying to just move the chains. That'll bring up a 2nd down with the clock running. We are under 11 minutes to go. 6-yard gain on the play.
I think it was 1989. The Raiders are playing in Philly, and it's before the game. And I was, as you guys know, I was a Raider fan. And pretty disappointed they went with T-Mac instead of picking me. So I'm going off the field. And I asked him, I said, Mr. Davis, say, Merrick Allen, why don't you draft me? He looks at me and says, you played a little bit of safety in college, right? And I was like, yeah. And he said, I wanted a cover corner. I'm trying to explain, I am a cover corner. And then he just walked away. To know, and that's exactly what we had our corners get hurt. So when we played a team who didn't have a really good receiver, I would just play safety and just kind of be over top. But to have the understanding and to know that from a player just coming at you,
X and O wise, he was phenomenal.
Yes, he was.
3rd and 3 for Arizona. 10:02 to go. Ball on the 42 of the Raiders. Tuner's looking left, under pressure here. Gets out of the pocket, trying to keep his head downfield. caught on the sideline. Let's see if his feet are in bounds. Ref is calling it a catch.
Yep.
It'll be another first down to Arizona. My story with Mr. Davis, I was at an early Hall of Fame doing my radio show in Canton, Ohio at the McKinley Grand. And he saw me there doing radio and just nodded his head. And I felt like I made it because Mr. Davis saw me in the lobby of the Hall of Fame. Coach Carroll's going to challenge here.
Yeah, that's interesting because I think he'd be right. I think his 1 foot came up before the catch.
Las Vegas is challenging the rule in the field of a completed catch. Plays under review.
And as they go to review, we will take a break in the action. The score, the Cardinals 17, the Raiders 10. More action from the field up next. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Okay, in Raider Nation, you gotta bring it every day. And the Platinum X5 Visa Signature Card from Credit One Bank is built for every day. With cashback rewards on eligible purchases like gas and groceries. So whether you're going to a home game or just filling up the tank on the way home, you're ready to bring it day in and day out with the Platinum X5 Visa Signature Card. Learn more at CreditOneBank.com. Terms apply. Credit One Bank. For what's ahead.
California's #1 casino just got better. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is now the only AAA 5-diamond rated casino hotel in the country. Become a Club Serrano member today and enjoy perks and exclusive rewards. VIP at another casino? Trade up and take advantage of the tier and offer match program at Yamava Resort and Casino, voted #1 casino outside of Vegas by Newsweek. You in? Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Non-stop flights from Las Vegas to Fresno, California. One way for as low as $48. Must be purchased by 9/11/2025 for travel between 8/18/2025 and 2/9/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
All right, we're back in action here. Pete Carroll's review failed. Arizona retains possession there. They're on a great play behind the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 2nd and 16 for Arizona. Matt, that was a review. Pete Carroll challenged it. He lost. The Raiders lose a timeout.
Yeah, I thought it was a good challenge because it looked like his foot wasn't down. Didn't look like he had control of the football when his second foot was supposed to be down. It was up. So, but it is what it is.
2nd and 16 for Arizona. Tune at quarterback all night. He'll hand it off to the left side. Flag on the play. They'll bring it back.
Yeah. There's going to be a hold on the tight end on our defensive end.
Yeah, looked like the end was like in a wide 9.
Holding. Offense, number 67. 10-yard penalty. Pete, 2nd down.
Matt, you competed against some of the greatest offensive linemen of all time in practice and throughout your 4-time Super Bowl career. What was some of the memories of the toughest offensive lineman you met at the point of attack?
Oh, John Hanna. John Hanna was voted the greatest player, the greatest lineman ever. And we had some awesome battles. I mean, he still calls me to this day. Yeah. And the other one was Randall McDaniel. Randall McDaniel had the strongest hands.
My college
teammate. Was ridiculous. Tremendous. I went up and head-butted him, and he was, and he latched onto my arms, and I was like, what the heck is that?
Tremendous athlete. Randall could do a 180 dunk with shoulder pads and everything. Is that right? He's just a tremendous athlete. And I may have told you guys a story. He came to ASU as a tight end, and Randall, with his strong hands, he couldn't catch.
Yeah, probably squeezed the ball too much.
Yeah, and so in the transition in his sophomore year, transition to offensive guard, his first game, had his score was like 99.
Brings up a 3rd and 21. He also knocked on your door.
Yeah, my good friend.
He gave you the knock on the door for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Let's get back here, 3rd and 21. What a moment there.
Yeah.
Tune in the shotgun.
Heck, I'm surprised he didn't knock
on
the
the
door
shot
out.
clock. Raiders got good pressure. Kuhn takes off. He's got room in front of him. He's going to get outside and pick up a first down, and he's got more room to go down the sideline. No flag on the play. Another big gain by Clayton Tune, who takes it on his own and runs for a big first down.
Had an opportunity to tackle him in the open field, and I didn't see the number, but he fell on his face.
Yeah, Tune has made some big-time plays with his legs here.
I saw it right there.
He just stepped up in the pocket and took off.
Cody Lindenberg.
Yeah, he's done a really good job of extending plays with his legs.
7:10 to go, 1st and 10 on the Raiders' 19-yard line as the Cardinals are knocking on the door. Pitch out to the right side. A gain of about 3 yards there. Raiders again, EA got penetration almost in the backfield. Ovi Ogutufu on that, number 90.
Good job, JT.
Oh, don't ask me to do it again.
There you go, JT.
That's all Mike Taylor. I owe him some Grimaldi's gift cards after this preseason.
Another good penetration by the front, but just not able to finish the play. So the coaches are doing a good job of putting these players in position to make the play, and it's up to you to go on and make that play.
2nd and 6 for Arizona. Clock running, 6:25 to go in the game. Clayton Tune in the shotgun again. Tune's got a clean pocket, steps up, dumps it across the middle of the field. First down, Arizona, as they're in the red zone. It'll be a first down.
It'll be a
Trey
first and
Taylor
goal
on the tackle, 1st and goal.
Yep.
So here's where you have to make that play. If you're that defensive lineman or that linebacker or the cover guy, you have to make a play to make sure the Raiders coaches kind of see you and have you sticking out.
Well, this is where you want to make a play. Could be a game changer to get the Raiders back in the game as they trail 17-10. 5:40 to go. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Tune under center. They'll just hand it off right up the middle and not much there. Falling forward to the 6-yard line. DJ Dallas on the carry.
Well, they can be careful here. They just kick a field goal. The 5 minutes to go, pretty much going to have this game. So they just need to score. They just need 3.
Yeah. Got to try and strip it, punch it out, force them to have to throw the ball in the end zone.
And they got to keep their eyes on his quarterback because he's been able to scramble out of there.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If he sees an opportunity, Tune is in the shotgun here. 2nd and goal. Ball at the 6-yard line. Tune is looking left. Now looking back right. Dropped at the 1-yard line. Dropped at the 1-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down for Arizona.
In his defense, it was thrown at his feet, and he tried to come back to get it. But
that's a touchdown, and Palmer holds on to it.
Yeah, Palmer holds on to it. It's going to be
right
sick.
There at his feet instead of hitting him around the waist.
He should have caught it.
Well, we'll see what the Raiders can do here with this defensive opportunity. 3rd and goal. Clayton Tune in the shotgun. Raiders bringing pressure. Tune's going to step up, and he gets sacked and thrown to the ground. Big play by the Silver and Black. They needed a stop. The Raiders get a stop right there. Andre Carter II. EA, we call his name again.
Yeah, great job. Unblocked, basically. The running back was kind of in that wider split in the second, standing next to his quarterback in the shotgun, but never chipped him or anything. It's a great chance to be able to get to the quarterback.
Greedy Vance also on the play. This will bring up a field goal opportunity for Arizona to go up 20-10. The hold will be right at the 20-yard line, making this a 30-yard field goal. Snap, hold, down the middle. Arizona takes a 10-point lead with a little more than 4 minutes to go in the game. 20-10, Cardinals over the Raiders. More action from the field up next. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
There's plenty of reasons to go to Vegas. The Strip, the stadium, the football games, high-speed races, the biggest names, neon lights, the biggest fights, bull riding, and endless nights. Custom jerseys, stolen bases, colored wigs, and painted faces. There's something to fan for from dusk till dawn, and the list goes on and on and on and on. We don't know what brings you here, but we do know this. When you go to Vegas, whatever you go for, go all out. Head to visitlasvegas.com to learn more.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan, price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh, yeah. So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Tim Cates back inside our Silver and Black studios with a scoreboard update brought to you by Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Las Vegas Raiders and the NFL. All that is left is this Raiders-Cardinals game in the NFL preseason. Everything else is done. In Santa Clara, 49ers beat the Chargers 30-23. In Tampa, Buccaneers over the Bills. The Bills over the Buccaneers 23-19. Shiloh Sanders ejected for the game for throwing a punch. He may not make the roster in Tampa. He was fighting for the 4th safety spot in the Buccaneers. Todd Bowles after the game not happy with what he did. Let's go back inside State Farm Stadium. JT the Brick, Matt Millen, and the Hall of Famer Eric Allen, guys.
Great job by Tim Cates as always, as the Raiders have an opportunity here one last time, most likely. Raiders football brought to you by Modelo. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. And Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com. Again, Cedric Jackson back deep and Chris Collier as the Raiders got to get moving here with 4:06 to go, down 10. And that will go through the end zone to the back of the end zone. Something we're not supposed to see, EA, a lot in the regular season. The drop zone kick, which I think is going to be very important for Daniel Carlson, who can kick the ball in a whole bunch of different angles. And it's got to be a weapon for the Raiders to take advantage of.
It has to be. Just like everything else in preseason, it's pretty vanilla here. We're not going to show you exactly how the technique and how they want to get the ball over that first line and be able to have it bounce in the secondary in the back part before those kickers. But I'm pretty sure that our guy's going to be able to get the job done.
Keytron Jackson is out there. Tommy Malott, as it's going to be a handoff right up the middle to Chris Collier.
The only thing I don't like about that new rule change is they take away the onside kick.
Yes.
I mean, you have to declare it, so there's no surprise.
They've taken the foot out of football.
Yeah.
They really don't want to see any aggressive play, but there's a way to be sharp about it and do it the right way, and the Raiders have to have that advantage if they're going to go from a 4-win team to an 8-10 win team. Cam just dumps it off across the middle, short of a first down. Albert O on the reception.
I think this team can get to 10 wins. I don't know if it's going to be enough with Kansas City and San Diego.
Yeah.
You nailed it. 10 wins would be a fantastic turnaround. That'd be +6 for Pete Carroll in his first year with the Silver and Black. This will bring up a 1st and 10. The Raiders were able to get that first down. Hand off to the right side.
Those teams,
Collier again.
Those teams that do make that jump usually have a couple things in common. They usually have a new coach, a new quarterback, and a new GM.
It's funny how that works. Yes. I know a team who has just that.
Washington Commanders did it last year. Cam looking to the right. Again, almost jumps the route. A potential for an interception there. That'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think this is great time for Cam Miller right here. But really what it's showing is Cam's got some work to do.
Yeah. And experience. Yeah.
Speaking of the Commanders, you were impressed with Jeremy Chin, who sat down with us yesterday.
Yeah, it surprised me how Jeremy Chin's way bigger than I thought he was.
Yeah,
he's got some good length, and it's easy to see why Pete likes him. He can run. He's got the good length.
Cam's in the shotgun, throws it across the middle to Tommy Malott. He'll be short of the first down here.
It seems like one of the characteristics in that secondary is your versatility. Yeah. Chin is able to play the deep third, the deep half, of course. Then he can come down and get on the line of scrimmage. He's big enough to play in the box.
4th down 4th and 5 for the Raiders. Cam's on the field. Cam looks over to the left, throws it into traffic, incomplete, and the Raiders, no flag, will turn it over on downs. Again, not much there.
I thought that would have been the great spot, 4th down, to run the slant and go. You've run the slant 2 or 3 times. Why not run the slant and go at that point?
Well, Vanilla is saying it's being kind.
Yeah, we're going to line up 4 yards outside the number, and we're going to run the slant over and over and over again.
Well, it makes you feel like it is the final preseason game of the entire league, not just for the Raiders here, as they're just trying to play it out here. Wonder what Arizona's going to do. The Raiders, 2 timeouts left. The Cardinals have all 3, 2:23 to go here in the 4th quarter in Glendale.
It'll surprise me if anybody takes the timeouts. It's the end of the season. End of the preseason. Right. They'll be like, move on.
Everybody wants to remain healthy as possible at this point. Everyone's trying to get out of there.
Very good point. The health of the Raiders overall is very good compared to some of the teams around the league, and especially in the Raider division. The Chargers had a couple of injuries. You know, knock wood, you want to make sure everybody's safe. There's still some practice. And now we were talking about the New England game that is looming. Josh McDaniels is the play caller. Mike Vrabel, a very tough-nosed, hard-minded head coach. What do you expect there for the Raiders on the road?
I like the Raiders' chances on the road up there. I think the difference in this football team, and it's going to be a surprise for some people, is going to be our quarterback. I mean, I like Geno Smith. I think Geno Smith brings us some stability. I think he brings experience, and I think you see some eyes that have been there, done that. That makes a huge difference. And I think you have not just one tight end, you have 3 tight ends. You can go with that kind of personnel. You can run the football with Jandy. I think that offensive line, once it gets everything together, I think they coalesce. I think we're going to run the football.
Yeah.
You get a couple of cold weather teams early in the season in good weather. Those games could have been later in the year in November, December, at Foxborough, at the nation's capital. You should have good weather in those games. Raiders should be really comfortable coming out of Henderson, practicing in the heat, and going into those environments.
Yeah, that's one thing. And the other reason I'm comfortable about this game one is it's one of the only times that you're able to have multiple weeks to prepare for one team. Usually that's playoffs or Super Bowl, but this coaching staff has maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks to prepare for New England. So they're going to go in, they're going to kind of break down everything that Josh likes to do, that Vrabel likes to do. They're going to break down both sides of the football, and that's going to be great for a guy like Chip Kelly. He's going to give them formations and motions and movement that they've never seen before.
Got to beat Drake May. He's a young quarterback, could be really good years from now.
Yes.
You got to get him now.
I'm going to put my money on Max Crosby.
Absolutely. 2:23 to go. This should be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Handoff right up to the left side. No gain there. Raiders football powered by Cox. Proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Las Vegas Raiders and the NFL.
I'm anxious to see points at their back and how they can play with that.
Points. Okay. Yeah. I understand that.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is going to be an opportunity for the Raiders to come out with everything they held back in the preseason. We've been at practice, and there's only media availability for a certain amount. But we've seen this team when they go 4 wide and what they can do with Ashton and Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers, who didn't have a drop all of last year. The Raiders have enough weapons to attack New England, and if they got to run out the clock with Ashton Genty in his first ever game, and the rest of this running back crew, we're assuming, if Mostert's going to be there, and especially what we see from Zeus, they'll have the ability to control time of possession, something that Matt needs to change around here.
I think the biggest thing, I think the league's going to be surprised by how well Jandy catches the ball out of the backfield. We haven't even come close to watching that.
He was a receiver in high school. He told us that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he really enjoyed telling us that.
That's a critical part of the running back spot. Usually, you're trying to find someone outside of that bell cow running back who can catch the ball at the backfield, but we've probably got a really good back who can do both.
Yeah, we do.
So I think that's going to be a huge part of what he's going to be able to accomplish, just not from running the football, but from definitely receiving out of the backfield.
Raiders use their final timeout with 2:14 to go before the 2-minute warning. This will bring up a 3rd and 12 for Arizona here as they look just to run out the clock. And Ashton's a really good young man on top of that.
Oh, yeah.
What a character. A military background with the family, just someone who gets it, understands it, and understands his role. He's a star in this market in Las Vegas now as a high draft pick.
Without a doubt. And you have to have a certain personality to be able to handle that. And I think when you're going through the draft process, the evaluation process, that's something that you have to be keen on and understand. And I think he's passed all of those tests.
Peyton Tune is going to hand it off over the left side, and the Raiders will get a stop here. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. The score, the Arizona Cardinals 20, the Las Vegas Raiders 10. More action from the field up next. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 Meg Internet with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh, yeah. So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Rahan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law, here to give you some facts before you pick an injury lawyer. Fact 1. A lot of lawyers say they're the best, but only Naqvi won Best of Las Vegas Gold 11 straight times. Fact 2. Over 1,000 of our cases were referred to us from other lawyers. When other lawyers trust you to handle their cases, you should too. Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Naqvi at 702-INJURED.
With NFL Plus, keep the NFL in reach. Stream live out-of-market preseason games, live local and primetime games on mobile during the regular and postseason, and NFL Network, including 7 exclusive live games. With NFL Plus Premium, watch every touchdown every Sunday afternoon during the regular season on NFL Red Zone. And for a limited time, save 20% on an annual NFL Plus Premium subscription. Offer ends September 15th. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Nonstop flights from Las Vegas to Fresno, California. One way for as low as $48. Must be purchased by 9/11/2025 for travel between 8/18/2025 and 2/9/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
JT, Matt Millen, and Eric Allen. Pete Carroll talked about roster building. Keep the player who helps now or the one you're developing. He said, honestly, that's a conversation that winds up with John Spytek and I. We're hammering it out, EA, trying to figure out what we think is going to happen, try to predict the future, and all that. That's all part of what we're doing here. Big decision. Pete Carroll wants to win now. This is not a 3 or 4 year plan.
No.
He thinks he can turn it around quickly.
Yes, and I think everyone believes that who is in this facility, who is in that building in Las Vegas, that believe that the players we have, we're able to dictate on defense with that outstanding front, be able to make some plays in the back end with the difference in how we're lined up and how we're playing as a secondary, and then offensively, being able to run the football. I think that's key for this team to be able to take advantage of all those other things, to be able to utilize Brock Bowers, the deep passing game. It all starts up front, and I think Pete is really doing a great job of allowing his coaches to infuse all of that. And with the success that these coordinators have had over the course of their careers, I really feel comfortable about what's going to happen with the Raiders.
Tommy Milan fields the punt, goes out of bounds, but there's a flag on the play. And Matt, very important point going forward. I think the Raiders, when you look at their young, inexperienced secondary, is going to have a couple of days here to decide to bring in a veteran or not, who could start or could help this out, or they're going to go with 2 safeties and Palomalu and Chin, who they're very comfortable with, but corners who are going to be kind of attacked early in the season to see
During
what
the
they
return,
have.
holding, receiving team number 18. Let's half the distance to the goal line. First down.
When they're playing their best, they're not a complicated defense, or they haven't been in the past. They're a strict zone team. They are very disciplined in the back end, and they give they'll give you something, but they're not going to give you big plays. And so you're going to have to be disciplined to beat you play after play and not make mistakes. And most teams can't do that.
Cam Miller's going to throw out of his own end zone under pressure here. Gets the ball out to the left side, making a man miss and out of bounds. Carter Runyon. 1:40 to go as he steps out of bounds.
I think the biggest difference in this football team, I said it before, I'll say it again, is we got a quarterback. We got a quarterback who understands how this offense is supposed to work. Pete understands his quarterback. That's a big, big difference.
Malott in the slot, Keytron Jackson out to the left side as Cam is in the shotgun. Under pressure again. Avoids a sack, keeping his head up. Throwing it almost tipped on the sideline, and Keytron almost had it there, but he was out of bounds.
Great point about the quarterback.
Yeah.
Quarterback on defense has to step up early. We haven't seen him in game action with this football team. He's the player that connects the front to the back. All those things are critically important. Yeah. And I think a big thing is what we talk about all the time with the Raiders is penalties. We can't hurt ourselves in those great situations.
Yeah, we were really good with penalties.
4 wide as Cam is in the shotgun, and he throws it out to the left. Quick catch and out of bounds for the Raiders.
How many times did you guys lead the league in penalties? Put 1 Super Bowls in 1 playoff game?
It was ridiculous.
Marquez Callaway with the reception. That'll bring up a 3rd and 2, 1:27 to go.
But I will tell you this, okay? There would be a point in the middle of those games where we'd say, okay, it's time to go. And I've rarely been on teams where you could do that.
Play really clean after that.
Just turn it on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cam in the shotgun, looking to pick up a first down. Deflected over the middle of the field.
He didn't see that backside. He was just looking at the man-to-man he had with that receiver running across the middle. They're going left to right.
Yeah.
He didn't see the corner hanging on the backside.
With eyes on him.
Could have been a pick, yeah.
Carter Runyon, the intended receiver. That'll bring up a 4th and 2 with 1:23 to go. As Cam remains in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right here. Cam's got a clean pocket. He steps up inside, looking to run. He's got enough for a first down. He's going to try to get out of bounds, and he does that.
He's getting a lot of great experience right now in these situations.
Yes, Aiden O'Connell went out of the game earlier with the wrist. We'll wait for an update later on.
Yeah, we still haven't heard anything on that.
And then we'll see what happens. And the Raiders, when we talk about Aiden O'Connell, we wish him well. We hope for the best coming up here on the flight home, and we'll see what's going on with him as we're heading back to Vegas, and we'll evaluate his status going forward. Cam in the shotgun, dumps it off across the middle of the field. 6-yard gain. Albert O on the reception. Clock running. 1:08 to go, 1:07. And we'll be under a minute here as Cam is in the shotgun again, 4 wide there.
He's got to take a shot here sooner or later.
I would agree. This would be a good time for it. Throws it out of bounds to Pete Carroll.
Pete was open.
He was open.
He didn't catch it, though. He's going to be mad.
Have his gloves
He's going to be mad at himself
he
for not
didn't have his
catching
gloves
it.
on.
That's right.
Let me tell you, all the days I was out at practice and to see him start the warm-up process with the gloves on, the white shirt, and running around, and the wrestling moves and getting everybody going. I've seen a lot of football, been lucky enough to see it. I've never seen a coach with this much energy, ever, as a team prepares to warm up for a practice.
He is 73, so, I mean...
Cam gets sacked and pulled down as the clock continues to run with 45 seconds to go.
And then he transitioned from outside, and he comes inside the indoor facility, and they have the hoop there with the basketballs. And if you're by there, hey, let's play horse. Let's play pig. He's ready to go. He got some little shot going. He has a granny shot, though.
4th and 11 for Cam. Pressure's on him. Arizona brings the heat. Throws it across the middle of the field. Flag on the play. Ball is caught.
Great catch.
Great catch by Albert O.
Yeah.
Holding, defensive holding from the back judge here. Let's wait for the call.
Nice interference. Defense, number 26. That penalty's decline. Result of the play. First down.
Nice catch on a defensive pass interference there. And the Raiders continue with 24 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
He's got to take a shot here.
Yeah, have to.
There we go. We got a review.
Okay. chances for the coaches to get all reviews in.
Later in the broadcast, we'll announce the player of the game, brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Sorry about that. It wasn't a catch. It hit the ground.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Raiders football.
After review, the pass is incomplete. However, there was pass interference on the defense. That penalty is accepted. Result of the play is a first down.
All right, so that's pass interference. The ball was reviewed. It wasn't caught. The ball hit the ground. The Raiders will get the ball back. 1st and 10 on the 46, their own 46. 24 seconds to go. Cardinals 20, Raiders 10 here in Glendale, Arizona. This will be it for the Raiders, as EA's been calling a good opportunity to take a shot here, Matt.
Yep. We'll see here.
See if he can get some protection.
Yeah.
The protection has been the key all night long. If you're joining us late, the Raiders' first-team offense looked really good. The first-team defense was fantastic, dominating the first few possessions of the game, but it's been the Cardinals pretty much in the second half of this ball game.
Take a look at those two safeties there. Hopefully this one safety on the single receiver side.
Cam's in the shotgun's got to get rid of it. Throws a deep shot down the middle of the field to Cedric Jackson, who makes a nice catch down at the 25-yard line. Clock is running 13, 12, 11, 10. He's got to get up there and clock it, and he does with 6 seconds to go on the clock.
Yeah, so you go to the end zone here. That's it.
Good throw. Good throw.
Real
right in the middle
good throw
of the football
and
field.
catch.
That's what you're looking for.
Well, this is what he did in college. I mean, he was a gunslinger in college, and they're hoping that when he gets an opportunity in the NFL, he'll play that free, that loose. What I've been impressed with Cam is he keeps his head up when the pocket breaks down.
Yeah.
And he's always looking for a receiver downfield.
I love that aspect about his game, being able to try and extend the play with his eyes downfield. But that was a tremendous throw between multiple defenders.
Final play of the game as Cam's under pressure. He's going to throw it towards the end zone. Looks like it'll be out of the end zone to Cedric Jackson, and that will do it. Arizona 20, Las Vegas 10. That's the end of the ball game. Coming up, we'll give you our final thoughts. You're listening to Raiders football.
Awakening returns to Wynn Las Vegas. Restaged and reimagined. Experience the jaw-dropping spectacle in one of the most immersive theaters ever created. Awakening, live in Las Vegas.
Boyd Gaming is a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And if you're a fan, there's no better place to play, to indulge, to feast, to bring your besties, and just win, baby. It's the perfect spot to watch the Raiders game, because we don't do black clouds, just silver linings. Suncoast, the Orleans, and the Boyd family of casinos, where the Raiders want to be. Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network, your home for Raiders football.
He climbs, he floats down the field. He's got his man at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Brock Bowers. 33 yards.